KO Dubois series. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy KO. It's your boy Knockout. It's your boy KO 86. Knockout 86. Knockout boxing. KO boxing. KO 86 boxing. Whatever you want to call me. I'm live. I'm here. We back. Welcome to another episode of Knockout Boxing 86 TV. We popping up. Me and my nigga Jack in the boxes, you know we popping up. Yo, we popping up on this Friday afternoon, man. I got the link in the chat. I wasn't able to finish debating whoever wanted to debate yesterday, so that is a debate link. I got some topics that just dropped to cover with y'all that we'll be covering today, to cover the hottest topics in boxing. And yeah, man, we're gonna have a good show. We won't be here that long today because it is Friday. I do got a beautiful wife, and it is Friday the 13th, right before the 14th of February, which is Valentine's Day. And I want to take her to the haunted house tonight for Friday the 13th. So yeah, I got shit to do later. So we're gonna get in the way, get out the way, and we're gonna have some fun. Please donate to the channel. Y'all see that super chat button? It's that dollar sign right there where you're leaving a comment at. You can also hit that Cash App. Cash App is $ Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Or you can hit the PayPal. PayPal is my email address right there. Knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the PayPal. And let's get it cracking, bro. Also, please like the video, hype the video, share the live stream. Let me turn on this fan. There we go. Share the live stream as well, bro. If you got a TikTok, if you got a Twitter, if you got an X, if you got a Snapchat, if you got an Instagram, if you got a YouTube channel, whatever you got, share the live stream so everybody knows where we talking boxing at this afternoon, man. But let's see who all we got in the building. Y'all know where the likes need to be. You know what the standard is. So please get the likes all the way up to 100 so I can get the show started expeditiously as soon as possible. You know what I mean? It's Friday. You just got off work. You're driving home from work. You're getting ready to go out. You're making dinner plans or whatever. So you enjoy some boxing talk by hitting that damn like button and showing your support to the channel. We got all things in the building. Brother Huey Q, Awesomer, T.Y., 006, Devontae, Kevin House Jr., Big Braille, Andre, Savage Killer Queen. Tsunami is in the building. We got 10 in the building. We got D Free in the building. Go subscribe to the bro D Free. He over there doing his thing, man. You know what I mean? Go subscribe to the brother. Show him some love. We got Cool Kui is what we'll call you. Salute to you. Savage Bo in the building. Kiro Black. What's happening with you? We got Ms. Joette in the building. Tim Carey, not Jim Carey, in the building. What's up, bro? We got Jim Johnson. We got the 3,367-year-old OG Victor in the building. What's up with it, Victor? We got Oak Cliff, Texas in the building. Million Films is here. Lil John, what up? We got Enville. Maybe that stand for Nashville. That's what we're going to go with. In the building. What's up? Ryan Anderson, what's happening? Derek Stefan is in the building. My brother Paige is in the building as well. Rasta Reezy is in the building. What's up with it? Fat Pat. What's good with you, bro? Blitz'em J in the building. Isaiah is here. What's up? Rampage is in the building. We got Sam in the building. And we got Big Block. That is everybody that has left a comment so far. Please, please, please leave your comments. Leave your comments so I know who's in the building. Don't be sneak watching, hate watching my shit, man. You know what I mean? Don't do that. We ain't rolling like that. You know? That is not what we on. While I'm waiting on y'all to hit the like button, in case you didn't see the announcement, Jumbie 210, what up? Big Block, what up? Kurt Hurd, what up? Vic Jones, Jay Howard, what's good with y'all? Please hit the like button as you come in. Get the likes up to 100. While we waiting, Fabio Wardley is taking on Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley. J Mall, what up? This one here is a pick'em. This one here is a pick'em. I am relatively sure they are going to land bombs. Absolute bombs on each other. It will be the most surprising fight of the year if this fight goes the distance. This is a can't miss heavyweight pick'em power fight. Advantages, I think Daniel Dubois has the better technique and is the better boxer. I think that Fabio Wardley got more heart, more grit, more dog. Jay Will, what up? Like if Wardley get hurt by Daniel Dubois, I think he will fight to the death of him. I think he will fight till there ain't no fight left. Daniel Dubois gonna have to put him to sleep. Okay? On behalf of Daniel Dubois, if Wardley touched that chin and hurt him, Daniel Dubois is known to fold the fuck up. Jay Will, what up? He is known to fold up his lawn chair and go back home. He will fold his tent up and go home. We've seen this against Alexander Usyk 2 times. We saw this against Joe Joyce. And I got a surprise one for y'all. Y'all might not remember when he was fighting a dude by the name of Kevin Lorena, a cruiserweight coming up that was supposed to be a cherry pick. Was supposed to be something easy for him. And he ended up almost folding in that fight, but he was able to find a way to push through and he got the job done. So Daniel Dubois he may get some questions asked to himself. He might get some questions asked to himself. Stat Udine Nation in the building. What up? But Dubois, after, and then he's just as likely to do what he did against Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He's just as likely to do what he did against Anthony Joshua. It's like this for me. If the Daniel Dubois that shows up that fought Anthony Joshua, the guy that fought Jarrell Big Baby Miller, the one that made it up in his mind he was going to fight with heart, then I think he's a better fighter than Fabio Wardley. But if he shows up with that self-doubt, if he shows up with that defeatist, ready to fold, kind of quitter type shit, bro. If he shows up like that, bro, then that opens the door for Fabio Wardley, man. That'll open up the door for Fabio Wardley. But this is supposed to be going down on May the 9th. So you got May is looking good. Because remember, you got David Benavidez versus Zerto May the 2nd, that Cinco de Mayo joint. And then you got this the very following week, May the 9th. Yeah, them gonna be a good 2 weeks of boxing, y'all. Trey W234, what's good? Them gonna be a good 2 weeks of boxing, y'all. JJ, what's up? Stats, you Down Nation, what's good? Poi Pounder, what up, bro? Ramon Seafood, what's good, bro? Writer's Block, what's happening? I see y'all, man. Smash the like button. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Donate to the channel as well. Hit the super chat, hit the cash app. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this too. I want to see with what's going on with Alexander Usyk. Tyson Fury's old. Obviously, we know Deontay Wilder, Zhilei Zhang. This is kind of a fight of the new generation of heavyweights to see who can kind of be the man when those guys I just mentioned are finally really done with the sport. And who gonna basically, in my opinion, be the first name that Moses Atwama dispatches of. That's what this shit looking like to me. This fight right here is who has the privilege of getting their ass whooped by Moses Atwama. That's what we fighting for. The GOAT, what up? That's what this shit is giving me, bro, is whoever shows up and wins this fight has the privilege, gets the reward of having Frank Warren and Queensberry feed their ass to Moses Atwama. What's good, Milo? Couldn't find my phone, y'all. My bad. Tunnel Vision, you think everybody's a hype job, bro? You think everybody's a hype job, Tunnel? Moses Atwama is going to be the best heavyweight in boxing in the next 2 to 3 years, bro, when Usyk and him is gone. Every time I'm high, my dog Tunnel Vision, every time I'm high on a fucking young fighter, he tell me, hey, hype job, KO. They got to prove it, KO. Night Rider, what's good, bro? I think Tunnel Vision might be like Victor. I think Tunnel Vision might be 4,337 years old. AJ64, what's up, bro? Tunnel Vision is starting to give me old man vibes. J.A. Dixon, what's good? Young World, what's happening with you, bro? Salute to all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up on this Friday afternoon. You know what I mean? Jay Will, I'm saying, bro, like, damn. I'm high on Abdullah Mason. He's a hype job, KO. Got to prove it. I'm high on Bam Rodriguez. He's a hype job, KO. Got to prove it. I think Moses Atwama the truth. He's a hype job, KO. KO's niggas a hype job. Just let me know you don't like young fighters, bro. Just let me know without letting me know you don't like them young fighters, bro. We got 90 people in the horizontal, and we got another 30 or 40 people over in the vertical stream. Y'all, please hit the damn like button so I can get to these main topics. I'm gonna get this one off the screen though. Let me see if I got another for play topic. Yeah, I got another for play topic. I got another for play topic. Don't just say everybody live right now. Yeah, I ain't trying to step on no toes. I just got to, you know what I mean? I got to get in where I fit in, bro. You know what I'm talking about? All right, so Hamza Sheeraz about to fight a dude named Aleem Begic. So we now know that Canelo Alvarez will not be fighting Hamza Sheeraz, bro. My bad, bro. Okay, Tunnel, my fault, bro. We'll see. I know I was right on Bam Rodriguez, though. That hype job turned out to be a pound-for-pound fighter. We'll see what's up with Abdullah Mason. He turned out to be the youngest champion in boxing. And we'll see what happens with Moses Atwama when he gets his big shot in the heavyweight division. Salute to my dog, Tunnel Vision. That's my homie right there. Tunnel just say what he say. I can respect Boxing and Barbecue. What's up? I can respect people that just give their opinion. They blunt. They don't go along to get along. They say what they think. Because I'm the same goddamn way. So I respect it, bro. You know it's all love. Hamza Sheeraz versus Aleem Begic. So we now know Canelo will not be fighting Hamza Sheeraz. And I'm not even mad at Hamza Sheeraz for fighting for the vacant WBO title against a dude named Aleem Begic, because if you remember correctly, I need you to understand that Diego Pacheco ducked Hamza Sheeraz. This WBO purse bid was supposed to be between Hamza Sheeraz and that boy, what's that boy name? Hamza Sheeraz and Diego Pacheco. Yeah, that's who he was supposed to be fighting, bro. But Diego Pacheco pulled out, so this is gonna be Hamza Sheeraz's opponent. And I see salmon, bro. I see catfish. I see snapper, bro. I see grouper. You know what I'm saying? I see Texas redfish. What I'm saying is I see food. What I'm telling y'all is I see food. D1, what up? Voris, what up, bro? Yeah, I see food. This Alim Begic, 29 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 23 wins by way of knockout. You know what I mean? Quest knowledge, what's good with you? That right there, that shit gives it away every time, bro. And then you can't never trust a fighter from Germany. They don't usually be good, bro. They don't usually be good. And then when all your fights is in Germany, in Srebrenica, and you fighting in Zurich and shit, and then you fighting in Poland, back in Germany, back in Poland, I don't trust. When your career is in Poland, and you 29 and old, and you 38 years old, and I ain't never heard of you, bro, that means you just over there padding your stats and shit. You about to be fooled, bro. We got 72 likes. We need 28 more likes, bro. We need 28 more likes. Did Yo-Yo get I seen the question. Did Yo-Yo get a new opponent? I was told, I don't know if this is a new opponent or not, but I was told, let me go to it. My dog had sent me, hold on. Yeah, somebody had told me he was fighting, damn, I had to. Yoel Hernandez, bro. Where is it? Where is it, bro? Shit. See if I can find it, bro. I had got a message. Yeah, it was supposed to be Jihad Tucker. Oh, but it looked like he yeah, Jihad Tucker is smart, bro. Jihad Tucker's being smart, bro. Jihad Tucker ducked out that fight, fam. So I don't know if he found a new opponent yet. This news dropped 16 hours ago that Yoel Hernandez and Jihad Tucker won't be fighting, bro. Jihad Tucker smart, bro. Jihad Tucker smart, bro. Whoever managing him, if it's his daddy, bro, his daddy love him, dog. So I don't think he got a new opponent yet, but if he does get one, when I find out, I'll let you know. But yeah, Jihad Tucker's daddy does love him, bro, because that was going to be damn near homicide, bro. That was going to be homicide, bro. That was going to be something bad, fam. Jihad Tucker was going to get abused, bro. That was going to be damn near child abuse. I know Jihad Tucker is a grown-ass man, but that was going to be child abuse, bro. That's what I saw. Was that you that sent that shit to me? Somebody said, so it could be Terrell Goucher. I think that's a little stay busy fight, but Goucher is very, very amicable with the PBC. So throwing him on that undercard of Figueroa and Keith Thurman, you know, good low cost opponent that's used to going some rounds, that knows how to handle himself in the ring. That'd be a good little fight for Yoel Hernandez. But this is why I need Carlos Adames or Erislandy Lara, bro, to like lose. Cause all them Dominicans in Puerto Rico or Dominicans and Cubans, they don't want to fight each other. Everybody treating Erislandy Lara how Shakur Stevenson treat Bud Crawford. I don't want to fight him. I look up to him too much. That's what Yoel Hernandez is on with Lara. That's what Carlos Adames is on with Lara, bro. Somebody need to move to 168. Somebody need to get the fuck out the way. Somebody need to fight Janabek and lose. But no, we got all these damn Cuban, Dominican, Republican fighters going around here not wanting to fight each other. They on that brotherhood shit too. That shit's trash, bro. That shit trash. They on that Shakur Stevenson shit, man. That Terrence Crawford shit, bro. Link is in the chat, by the way. It's pinned up there, bro. Whoever felt like they didn't get their just due last night, shout out to the homie Just Due, by the way. But whoever feel like they didn't get their just due last night to have an opportunity to debate me, that link is for you right there in that chat, boy. That link is for you right there in that chat, boy. You know what I mean? Are we at 100 likes yet? Dundrick says the dumbest need to move up something or Laura need to retire. Average Landy Laura is 77 years old, bro. Biz 0128, what up? Average Landy Laura is 88 years old with a mohawk. Retire, bro. Knight Rider says, please, no boxing hacker. Damn. Kevin House, I have that as one of the topics. Don't you worry. We'll be getting there. Calvin Troop, what up? That boy said, what up, okay? It's KO. You must be a Devin Haney fan, dog. Calvin Troop, you must be rocking with Devin, bro. That boy said, what up, okay? It's KO, bro. It's KO, fam. You got to be a Devin Haney fan, man. Precious Way, what up? You got to be a Devin fan, boy. Lil John says, anybody but Hacker, please. Damn, they don't fuck with you, boxing Hacker. Boy, that boy Calvin is a Devin Haney fan for sure. It's written all over you, boy. It's written all over you, boy. It's written all over you, bro. I believe it when I see it, bro. I believe it when I see it. He wants Xander. That's one of the topics too. I believe it when I see it. I heard something about he wants Xander, and then they want Earl Spence at 154. You want Xander and Spence. You don't want Virgil. You don't want Boots. You don't want Fundora. you want Xander and Earl. So you want the most easy winnable champion. Then you want the dude that's been out of the ring for 3 years. And then you want to do what? Get on down? I don't think he's moving to no 147, bro. I believe it when I see it. DJ, this is the thing about them Haneys, bro. They tell you everything. They get into negotiations with everybody. They want everybody. They're willing to go to any and every weight class. So that way, when they finally make the move they really want to make, they can tell you that they said they were going to do it. I'm too true to this, bro. I've been doing this shit too long. William Scroggins, what up? A pimp raised a simp. Damn. Voris says, KO, who do you want to see my boy Tank fight next? Drawmont Roach. Okay. Drawmont Roach. At first, I was like, nah, bro, I don't want him to fight Drawmont Roach coming back first because Drawmont Roach just broke his hand. They ain't going to give Tank no credit if he come back and fight Drawmont Roach, and Drawmont Roach is coming off a broken hand. But I'm to the point now where I say, I don't give a fuck no more because niggas ain't going to give credit to Tank no matter what he do. I'm watching Shakur Stevenson literally try to play follow the leader right now. Shakur Stevenson is like a little boy that watched his daddy play professional football, so his dream is now to play professional football because he want to be just like his daddy when he grow up, bro. That's how it is with him and Tank Davis. Oh, I want Ryan Garcia. Oh, I want Pitbull. I want to be just like my daddy. Oh, I want catch weight. Oh, I want rehydration clause. Oh, I want to be a superstar. Oh, I'm looking for the most lucrative and biggest fights. I don't give a fuck about no belts. Just like my daddy. Just like my daddy Tank. So, and then when I watch him do that, just to hear the lack of criticism, to see the switch up, to not see the same energy and criticism be showed towards him that was showed towards Tank Davis, I'm to the point where I don't give a fuck if Drawmont Roach got a broke hand. I don't care if he hurt his hand in the middle of the motherfucking fight. I don't care, bro. I don't care what's going on with him. Fight him, bro. Fight him next. Big Scope, what up? Contract is already done. Y'all already got the shit signed. No need to negotiate. That's what I would like to see him do next. Miss Joette in the building. What's up? What do I think Tank Davis is going to do next? I think we getting either the Pitbull fight or I think we getting the Manny Pacquiao fight. J-Man, what up? Shout out to my dog, Texas DT20. 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He's just showing love to the channel. Trey Skills in the building. What up? I feel that, William. The thing is, bro. The thing is, though, it's going to be exciting as shit. It's going to be like, oh, man, you know, we don't want to fight. We don't want to fight. We think he's going to beat him. But then when Pitbull get in that bitch, start coming forward, start making Tank have to box and move, and Tank got to turn him, and Pitbull throwing hard-ass shots or whatever, niggas gonna be into that fight, bro. That's just how that shit go. He says, fight Roach, then Shakur. Shakur's in the middle of a 5-fight deal with Matchroom. I want him to fight Shakur Stevenson, too, as soon as Shakur Stevenson becomes free. Thomas DeLemuth. What up, Thomas? Pay says, I think that ship done sailed for Roach after that lawsuit shit. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe. 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 KO, what's your thoughts on what Conor being said about Tank belonging in the zoo? I think he, you know, he's one of these people that doesn't understand the facts of everything that has happened in Tank Davis's career and is out of the ring stuff. And I think he always takes an opportunity to try to throw shots at Tank. And I think he's all the way out of pocket because he don't have all the facts. We don't know what the fuck is happening. We don't know what's going on. And that's that. I guess that's that UK. You know what I'm saying? That's that UK black people shit. Maybe that's how they get down. They tell other black people they belong in the zoo and shit. You know, maybe he's been listening to Devin Haney and Bill Haney and they fans too much, calling motherfuckers monkeys and apes and shit like that, bro. Maybe he's a fan of our president who called Barack Obama and Michelle Obama the same thing with pictures and shit on social media and shit. I don't know, bro, but it's distasteful. It's disheartening to see him do that. Like, nigga, Cisco, I mean, Conor Bean, bro, he need to focus on not eating the wrong type of eggs, bro. That's what that's really all I got to say about that, bro. It's distasteful and trash and shit. 2 Cents Boxing in the building. What's up? Y'all go subscribe over to 2 Cents Boxing doing their thing. Ryan and Conor Bean are lining up. KO. Shakur's options are starting to come in. 2 guys that he want to put rehydration clauses on. I mean, okay. All right. I think Tank has the power to pull Shakur from that deal for one fight. He couldn't keep Shakur from going to sign the deal in the first place, bro. He reached out to Shakur before Shakur signed that deal, fam. And Shakur Stevenson signed that deal to Matchroom anyway. Gary Antoine wants to smoke too, but Shakur don't want him. Shakur wants Ryan. He wants Pitbull. He wants to fight. He wants to be like his daddy, bro. You can't blame a son for trying to be like his father, Teach. When sons have a good father, they look up to what their father does and they want to follow in his footsteps, bro. So we can't really blame Shakur Stevenson for wanting to follow in his daddy's footsteps, bro. We can't blame him for that, fam. We got to respect the fact that he wants to follow in his father's footsteps, man. Sten Ironheart, what up? We got to respect that, bro. You know what I mean? Silver, what's up, bro? What's good? Anyway, let's move on, bro. So we got 217 people in the building total. We got 100 likes, man. When is Tank free, fam? I don't know. He's free right now, and they still haven't formally pressed charges against him. The state of Florida need to hurry up and piss and get out the pot. The whole state of Florida needs to piss or get out the pot because they still haven't charged that young man as of 4:40 p.m. Central Standard Time, February 13, 2026. And it's 5:40 over there in Florida. So that means he's about to go a whole another week without getting charged. He got arrested 2 2.5 weeks ago almost, and they still haven't formally charged him. Million says the fight not happening. Shakur too big. I saw a live stream where he ate 2 full pizza pies by himself. Now, I want to talk about this. Please hit the like button. Please donate to the channel. Hit that super chat. Hit the cash app. Show your support. We working.
But next time, that next time, buddy, you won't have a next time. I'm finishing you. You will never box again if we fight again, and you know that. And I have vowed to that. If we fight again, you will never box again. I promise you that.
That's Ryan Garcia's message to Devin Haney. Meanwhile, Devin Haney is saying the ship has sailed. Jupe, what's going on with you? Meanwhile, Devin Haney, Shawnee Bo, what's up? Meanwhile, Devin Haney is saying the ship has sailed. So let's run this down again because people love to paint narratives. Do y'all remember when I did a live stream? And y'all let me know if y'all remember. And I showed y'all where Bill Haney was talking to Ariel Helwani, and he said that they did not want Ryan Garcia next. They wanted Rolly Romero. Do y'all remember that shit? I don't feel like going back to get the damn audio, but I'll go back and get it if y'all don't remember. But do I have enough people in the chat that remember that shit that can verify that I'm telling the truth? Just for the sake of, you know, people watching the playback, being able to see that I'm not on bullshit, that I'm not making shit up. Okay, we got enough people that remember that shit. Cool, no problem. Now, fast forward. We just saw Devin Haney say that the ship is sailed because Ryan Garcia won't sign up for the type of testing that he want him to sign up for while he's not fighting him. But we hear Ryan Garcia saying, if we fight again, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to make it to where you can't box no more. So who really ducking, bro? Who really shying away from the rematch, fam? Which one of them is coming across as the one that's trying to find a way to say, I beat you without beating you? Which one really trying to clear this shit up? And which one really is like, oh, it's already clear. You tested that. I'm good. It's the biggest fight in the entire fucking division. KO, you disappoint me going on that clown IBFP channel, shaking my head. Let me show you what I think of your disappointment. Oh no, whatever will I do? Some nigga I don't know from the internet whose opinion I could give 0 shits about is disappointed in me. Oh no, bro. Please don't be disappointed in me. Get the fuck out my face, bro. Don't let me, just because I got on a Dallas Cowboys hat and not a black hoodie, don't get it fucked up, bro. Don't get it twisted, bro. Just because it's Friday and I'm ready to, don't get it twisted, bro. Swoosh Life, what up? Danetta, what up? OG Walk on Water, what's happening? Danetta told y'all hit the like button. Listen to her. Hell y'all talking about, bro? Anyway, moving on, bro. Moving on. This shit is tragic because it's the biggest, most sought after fight in the welterweight division. One of the biggest, most sought after fights in all of boxing is the Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia rematch, bro. And it seems the only people that are okay with that fight not happening again are Devin Haney fans, bro. And I can't help but ask myself, why is that, bro? Why is that, fam? I know he's doing vital testing. It is a cop-out, Thomas. Barbara D, what's good? This is my problem, bro. Instead of just reporting and telling the truth, people are going to try to spin this shit. It is Devin and Bill looking for a way out. The only person they should be focused on right now, since they don't have a fight, is this fight coming up in a week, in a week and a half, a week and 2 days, 9 days to be exact. Matter of fact, no, 8 days to be exact. They should be having they ass up there at that motherfucking fight with Barrios and Ryan Garcia, calling for the winner, bro. Calling for the winner of that fight, fam. But as we get closer and closer to Ryan versus motherfucking Barrios, Ryan is saying, I want all the smoke, nigga. I'm going to make sure you don't never box again, boy. While Devin and his dad is like, we want to consider Xander. We want to. He won't sign up for testing, but he signed up for testing with Barrios. Oh, we know he signed up for Vada with Barrios, but we want him to sign up for the whole complete shebang that we want him to sign up for, because we're the B side. We know that Turkey put us on his undercard, but we want him to do what we say. The fuck out of here, bro. We know that Turkey put us on his undercard. Turkey put us on his undercard, but he should do what we say, even though he's not fighting us. That is one of the worst price outs that I've ever seen in my life. That is worse than Canelo asking for $200 million to fight David Benavidez. Argue with yourself, bro. Argue with yourself. At least Canelo Alvarez is not like, look, bro, if David Benavidez want to fight me, I need that nigga to take $1 million when he fight Anthony Yard. At least he's not doing that, bro. This shit is laughable, fam. Darvin Daniel, what's up, homie?
What's up, bro?
What's good?
I'm cool, man. How you doing?
I'm chilling. What's up?
Nah, I was on because you had got off last night when I was talking, when I was trying to respond to that one super chat. So anyway, I ain't gonna start from where I started off at, man. But
so just so you know, you welcome up here. But the link right now is if you want to debate me.
That's what I'm debating. Yeah, I want to debate you about. Okay, let's. I want to talk about. You were saying Shakur. You were saying Shakur was the one that he ain't want to fight, and he want to I feel like it's Tank too. I feel like it's both of them. I feel like it's Tank too, and I got some of the stuff that I was gonna tell you, because I know you probably follow Tank on Twitter too, right? So this is why I think Shakur been acting weird or saying a little weird stuff you said and he was saying. Because Tank don't want to fight, so I feel like he don't want to keep chasing him. Now I know you remember this, right? When they were talking about the TO, when Tank asked him how much they paying you to fight TO. You remember that Twitter beef?
What date was that?
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, you know what? I can't even see the date.
But it was towards the end of last year, correct?
It was like September. But it was like right before the Bud. It was like right before the Bud fight. Yeah, it was like right before the Bud.
September of 2025.
Yeah, it was like right before the Bud fight.
Okay, continue. I'm listening.
Okay, bro. So look. So remember he asked me, like, how much they paying you to fight T.O. and all that. So Shakur just said, man, you soft or whatever. Like, basically, man, like, we gonna fight or what? So then he said, he basically told him, man, nah, man, we ain't fighting, man. Get that shit out the mud, pussy. Or something he said to him. I don't know if I could be saying that on YouTube or not, right? So then he got to talking about his daughter and all that. Like, your daughter said that you almost got knocked out and all this and that. But basically, if you go back and look at the tweets, Tank was basically saying, I'm not fighting you, bro. Like, I'm not giving you that payday.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I think after that, that's when Shakur said, you know what? That shit dead. All right, T.O., we'll be fighting. Like, he ain't even going to. He basically said, I ain't even going to ask you no more, bro. Like, you on some weird stuff. Like, you talk about my daughter saying this. I'm not even going to ask you no more. And I think that's why he acting the way he acting now, because now he probably feeling like he got a little star power, which I don't think the T.O. really gave him too much star power. I think it's a start. But I feel like he getting a little above himself with that. But I honestly feel like Tank ain't making he not pressing the issue either. He kind of saying little stuff like, man, we ain't fighting, man. I'm not giving you no payday. And just always side from the fact. And then I think that's why he just feel like he gave up. I feel like Shakur feel like, nah, he in a position where he could build himself up. He don't need Tank no more. In reality, though, like you saying, that I will agree, and I ain't gonna debate you on this, is that they both need each other for real at the end of the day.
I think we agree on that. But let me let you know. Let me let you know this, Darvin. So timelines are very important to me, because timelines tell the story. Tank did say that in September 2025, whatever date that you gave. But what I am on is, before that ever happened, Shakur had already killed the fight. That's what you won't be able to escape. That's what he himself won't be able to escape, because he started pressing for T.O. before Tank ever said that. Shakur said that out of his own mouth. I went to the higher ups before my last fight, and I told them I wanted T.O. So while he was doing interviews saying he wanted to fight Tank Davis, he was behind the scenes pressing for Timalifu Lopez. Those are his words, not mine, bro.
Okay.
He also killed the fight back in 2024 when Frank Smith just came out and said that they had him for a 5-fight deal, bro. So while he was saying, I'm a free agent, I'm gonna try to get the biggest and best fights, he was behind the scenes committing to Eddie Hearn long term. While Eddie Hearn was publicly saying we were instructed to make fights for Shakur Stevenson, none of those were Gervonta Tank Davis. So his decision to fight T.O. wasn't because Tank was fighting Drawmon Roach in a rematch, wasn't because Tank Davis was fighting Jake Paul in November. His decision to fight T.O. was made by him before he ever became a free agent and before he ever stepped in the ring with Williams Zepeda. He's a fucking pump faker, bro. That's the problem, Darvin. That's the crux of the debate, and why what you're saying Tank said in September, that's why it has no bearing on me. Because what Tank Davis said in September, Tank already reached out to him to try to make the fight when he was a free agent, and he went and locked himself down. Before Tank Davis said anything in September, Shakur was already pressing on Turkey to make the motherfucking Timalifu fight, bro. Way back in the summer of that year. So he wasn't trying to fight Tank Davis anyway. He was just pump faking. That's all, bro. So that's the issue, bro. He's the one that when you were in Tank Davis's position and Tank Davis's team reaches out to you and you Shakur, you stop what you're doing, bro. That fight should have happened in 2024. Tank should have never been in the ring with Drawmon Roach if Shakur had pursued that fight like he wanted to, bro. Or like he should have. When Tank Davis team reach out to you with all that money, the biggest fight of your career, all that notoriety you get if you whoop his ass, you stop whatever you doing and you say, I'll do whatever it takes to make this fight happen. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about over there. Y'all will be there later. I got to handle this shit because that's your biggest bag. That's your biggest fight. That's the biggest.
But is it somewhere?
Fight in boxing.
Is it somewhere that is proof that they did reach out to Shakur? Because everywhere I look, it's like it's nothing that was said and they reached out to Shakur about no fight. Like, remember when Tank was in Europe for the Olympics?
Keep cooking. I'm gonna answer your question. Keep cooking though.
You remember when Tank was over there in the Olympics, right? Yep. And they had that thing come out where they was like Shakur, Gervonta November. And then Gervonta, like they basically came out at the same time, both of them, cap, right? Now, right in there, now before that, if you go back when he was signing gloves with the Frank Martin fight, he said Shakur was next. This is what I was saying last night. He said Shakur next because he talked too much. Boom. So then they got to talk about Loma and all that, right? But my thing with Tank is when he say he want to fight Shakur, right? And he say he gonna do this, and then if you remember before he fought Lamont Roach, they asked him again, and it's like he gets so angry when they bring up Shakur. Why y'all bringing his name up? For what? Would y'all bring his name up? What has he done? What has he done? Like, I'm not fighting. What has he done? Like, he gets so, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gets so mad about when they ask him about Shakur. That's kind of questionable with me, man. So then that's when they had that little Twitter beef. Now, as far as him, when you rewind it and go back to with the Lomachenko stuff, and they were trying to fight Loma, like I was saying last night, Kenny was saying, Shakur, would you take $6 million? He like, yeah, I'd take $6 million. They're like, all right, well, we'll see you in March. So then after that, they did the Lamont Roach, whatever, and I believe Shakur, that's when they was going back and forth with the Twitter stuff. Now, if you remember, Tank said before that Twitter beef that they had, what we were just talking about, he was talking about, remember, I got a 6-7 fight deal and that pussy's in it. He said that though, right? But then he turns around and say, he contradicts himself. Then he turns around and say, what has he done? What am I fighting him for? You get what I'm saying? That's my only thing with Tank. Now, with that stuff you saying about Shakur, if it's something that you could show me where they show that they reached out to Shakur team and they try to set up a fight, then that's a different story. I feel like
Shakur Stevenson said it himself, bro.
Let me see. That's what I want to see. Where he said that at. That's where I want to see where he said
it on multiple interviews.
And which interview?
I'm finding it right now.
That they reached out to him about a fight.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And Stephen Esposito said it as well. And Jay Prince said it as well.
I heard they had preliminary talks, but it wasn't like nothing that was like concrete.
I know what you're
talking about. Yeah. if you pull up that interview when Shakur, he checked him. He said, "Man, y'all ain't send no contract or nothing like that." Like he said, "Oh yeah." And he backtracked.
They didn't send the contract because Shakur Stevenson wanted a multi-fight deal. He didn't want a one-fight deal. But Tank Davis's team reached out to him, bro.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna say about this part with Tank.
I'm not sending you an offer if you tell me right off the rip you're not interested in what I want, which is a one-fight deal that I give everybody else, bro.
So when he was fighting Lamont,
the fact of the matter is, all the tweets you talking to me about, bro, the problem is Tank Davis's team did what it took to try to make the fight. They reached out to that boy, and that boy went and signed the Matchroom, and then the person that he signed to admitted that he was told not to try to make the Tank Davis fight, bro. And then Shakur himself has admitted that he has been lying this whole time and pump faking about pursuing the fight because he never pursued the fight. He went and made the T.O. fight. That's the fight he was really begging for when it came to really getting made, bro. These are Shakur's words, bro. We just found out that he signed a 5-fight deal last week because the guy from Matchroom outed him, bro. He's been lying this whole time about being a free agent. He's been lying this whole time about who he wanted to fight to the public. So I'm not finna believe that he's telling the truth about something that will make him look bad, which is Tank Davis' team reaching out to him to make the fight and him going in another direction. Why would he tell the truth about that when he lied about everything else I just pointed out, bro?
I get it, but what I'm saying is, okay, if that is true, right, and I'm not saying it's not, we still can't go by. We still gotta look at Tank been faking too, because when Ray Jackson said, "Man, all you gotta do is fight Shakur," he said again out of his mouth, he said, "Because y'all not even telling me to fight my rematch, y'all telling me to fight someone." We say when you got hurt and more shit. He's basically saying he ain't even got to fight Shakur. And this was in the same timeline when Shakur said, "Stay blessed, little sis." Like Shakur said, "Man, that chapter's closed. T.O., let's make the fight." Because Tank said, "No, I won't be helping your whole side. I ain't gonna be helping your side."
You again talking about what happened in 2025.
But that's what I'm saying.
Davis already tried to make the fight after Shakur Stevenson.
So why Tank ain't saying that?
Fight T.O. while lying and saying he was gonna try to make the Tank fight after the Zepeda fight. He was actually trying to make the T.O. fight before he ever even got in the ring with Zepeda. He was lying the whole time, bro.
But you know how Tank is. He would have been like, "Man, we sent that chump a deal, and he ain't take it." He would have said something like that.
He did say that.
Where he say that?
He said that on Twitter a long time ago too.
Man, he said a lot of stuff on Twitter too. He said a lot of stuff on Twitter. No. I'm saying he said a lot of stuff on. No, he said a lot of stuff on Twitter. Then he contradicted stuff and go back and say something else. He do that a lot.
They both say.
And I ain't gonna disagree with that. But
which is why I'm choosing on what they do and what
I ain't talking about on Twitter.
Tank Davis's team has reached out to Shakur Stevenson's team to replace Vasily Lomachenko, and Shakur Stevenson and his team went in a direction of Matchroom. That's what they have done. What Shakur Stevenson has done is say that he is going to pursue big fights, call for big fights, do everything that he can to make big fights. And he has consistently and continued to sign to a promoter that don't have any big fights for him. I asked another guy this question yesterday. I'll ask you, maybe you'll answer it. By being at Matchroom, who does Matchroom have for Shakur Stevenson to fight that you want to see?
That right now?
Who does Matchroom have that you want to see Shakur Stevenson fight?
It's been cross promotion lately, though.
So if you're a free agent, why would you go to somewhere that doesn't have any fights for you instead of going to the places that got the fights and trying to get the fights? You know why? Because you're more interested in the money that you're making. You're more interested in that guarantee. You're more interested in making sure your future is secured, but you're going to try to paint everybody else like they a duck if they don't do what you want them to do. So if Tank don't come to Turkey, he ducking me. If Tank ain't willing to do business with Eddie Hearn, he ducking me. But you knew these things and you knew he didn't want to do business with him before you ever went over there, which is why he reached out to you directly when you left your top rank deal. But you were looking for security while acting like you wanted to be free. The fact of the matter is, Shakur Stevenson hasn't been free since he signed the Matchroom, bro. They've been lying about him being free. You won't find a fight where Eddie Hearn wasn't.
Yeah, but he was free for a whole month though before he signed with Eddie Hearn.
They reached out.
That's what I'm saying. Where is that at?
He said, "Hey Eddie, don't try to make the Tank fight. Try to make other fights for me." You know why? Because Tank's team was trying to make that fight.
No, I'm saying where is it that they show that they tried to reach out to him within that month when he was free.
It's in multiple interviews. If I had more
Man,
time,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I want.
for you.
I
Shakur did
want to
multiple
hear.
interviews in 2024, in June and July 2024, where he admitted that they reached out to him. Where he admitted that they did it. It was out of Shakur's own mouth, bro. That he said that.
I think it was just
Stephen Espinoza doubled down and said, "Yes, I know they had talks, but it didn't really get anywhere because Shakur wasn't interested in a one fight deal for Tank."
That ain't what he said. That ain't what he said. If you pull up that last interview when Espinoza and Shakur was sitting next to each other, that's not what Espinoza said. He backtracked on. Pull that interview up and pull up what they were saying right there.
We told him we reached out to Top Rank for a fight for you, and Shakur said, "Well, Bob."
Yeah, he said Top Rank. Yeah, he said that.
I don't know what he said.
He said that about Top Rank.
And he said they reached out to him again, bro.
Well, just pull up this play that little part right there when they were talking about the fight. Just pull up that part right there so everybody can hear. That little section right there.
Already heard it, bro. They all telling you.
Okay, well, man, I'm not wrong. Man. Espinoza backtracked on what he said, man.
He said he stood on what he said. The only thing he said was, "Yeah, you didn't get an actual offer, but he didn't get an offer because of what I told you, bro. He didn't get an offer.
A-side, right?
He didn't get an offer because he was not interested in a one fight deal. If you're not interested in what we interested in, and we declare A-side, bro, there's nothing else to talk about."
So do Tank always say who he fighting though, or he trying to fight? Tank always say who he fighting or who he trying to fight. He never mentioned Shakur that he was gonna fight Shakur.
He literally always talking. And I went back and looked it up because I think you said this yesterday, and I was like, man, I'm pretty sure he said Shakur's name, and it was when he was doing when he was getting ready to fight Frank Martin in that same year that they reached out to him. He was signing gloves, and he said, "Hey, bro," he said Shakur because he been talking too much.
That's what I'm saying. And that's
working on Loma. And when Loma pulled out, they went directly to Shakur, bro. That's exactly what happened in the timeline that it happened in, fam.
Man, you can pull up the Calvin Ford interview. Calvin Ford even said it either. He said it too.
Calvin Ford didn't make Tank Davis's fights, bro.
I understand that, but he knew. Like that's what I'm saying. Show me where they said. Man, I'm telling you, Tank never mentioned.
Calvin Ford has been yelling for Tank Davis. Calvin Ford has been yelling for Tank Davis to rematch Pitbull Cruz since 2021, and it's still
because it's money. Because it's money.
Calvin Ford gets the call when it's time to train, bro.
Well,
he
don't
pick Tank Davis opponents. He don't do none of that shit. He get the call when it's time to train, bro.
Tank fight people where the biggest bag is. Like if you trying to fight Pitbull, he wasn't trying to fight Shakur back then. I don't know how it is now, but he wasn't trying to fight Shakur for real back then. He
tried to fight him in 2024. The person that's not really trying to fight is the B-side guy that keeps going and putting hurdles in between the fight, fam. That's on Shakur, dog.
I ain't never seen Tank put no pressure on getting that fight. He was saying that fight wasn't even necessary because
Tank Davis is the A-side. There is no pressure. When he reaches out to you, you're supposed to drop what you're doing, fam. Who is Shakur for Tank to be chasing when Tank is his biggest bag? Who is Shakur for Tank to be chasing when Tank is the one that's selling pay-per-views? Who is Shakur for Tank to be chasing when Tank is the one breaking live gate records, bro? Y'all got this shit twisted. It should be Shakur chasing Tank. That's like me chasing.
And he was chasing Tank
with 200 subscribers and 5 people in this chat talking about I want to debate him.
He's been chasing Tank, and all Tank said
by going in the opposite direction, bro.
Because I'm gonna tell you, that's what I'm trying to tell you. In one interview, Tank will say Shakur next. And then in the next interview, he'd say, "What has he done?" Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what he said. I'm asking you, so why is he saying this?
Davis, bro.
I'm saying, so why does he say this? One interview, he said he's next. The next interview, he says, "What has he done?" Right? Instead of saying, "What has he done?" Why he ain't say, "We sent him an offer. He didn't accept it. I moved on." Like he don't say that. He just say, "What has he done for the sport?" He's done nothing. Keyshawn. He said the other guy, he's better than him. That's what he says. That's all he say. He deflects the question. He never says, "I told Shakur let's fight."
He tried to make the Keyshawn Davis fight too, by the way.
Now that I don't know about. If he tried to make that Keyshawn Davis fight,
he also tried to make that fight too, by the way.
Well, I know with Shakur, he gets upset when they bring Shakur's name up.
You said though. You said Shakur Stevenson was chasing Tank Davis. I'm asking you how.
Because he always was bringing up his name, bro. And then he was always telling when they were talking to each other on Twitter, he's saying, "Bro, let's fight. Let's just make a fight."
if I bring up your name, but then I go in the opposite direction, how am I chasing you?
Man, what I'm saying is if he ain't even making, Tank ain't even trying to make the fight. Tank can fight anybody he wants to. Tank is the A side.
2024.
Man,
so
Tank can make.
I ask you again. If I call your name, but if you say you want to debate me, but then you go to another channel, did you want to debate me?
Man, that's a different. That's what. See, I see what you doing,
right.
bro. Like, nah, you a slick. Hey, you a slick boy. Hey, you no.
It's
What?
fucking for free. It's fucking
No,
for
what
free.
Well, nah, you a slick boy.
Millions of dollars. So I'm gonna ask you again, bro. If you want to debate me, but you go to somebody else's channel calling my name, did you really want to debate me? We both know the answer is no. So if you want to fight me, and I'm worth millions of dollars for you to fight me, you saying you want to fight me, but you're going the opposite direction. How did you want to fight me, bro?
And my thing is the same thing. If Tank really wanted to make that fight, he could have made that fight. He the A side. He always comes out and say,
because when he reached out to Shakur Stevenson, Shakur didn't drop what he was doing. When he tried to fight Lomachenko retired. Y'all got to stop with these remedial talking points. I'm not calling you remedial. Y'all got to stop with these remedial talking points that just because simply somebody is the A side, that the fight is going to happen because they wanted to. He wanted to fight Loma. Loma ducked out. He reached out to Shakur Stevenson. Shakur went to Matchroom and told them not to make the fight. So clearly you can't just get what you want by simply being the A side. Jerome Boots Ennis was an A side over Brian Norman Jr. and Brian Norman Jr. still went in another direction, even though Jerome Boots Ennis was offering him 10 times more than what he ever made in his entire fucking career, bro. That A side shit doesn't mean that you're gonna automatically get what you want. Because if it did mean that, we would have got Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson instead of the Tank Davis versus Drawmont Roach fight in the first place, bro.
Man, I don't think we would have never got Tank Davis and Shakur back then. It was all up to Tank. See, these Tanks fans that's in your chat, they don't ever think Tank do nothing wrong. I'm not a Tank or Shakur fan, but I feel like they both wasn't really trying to press the issue. But Tank is the A side. Tank is what make everything go. If, like you said, if he did, man, he did any other fight.
If you knew that debating somebody or coming to talk boxing with somebody, you would get a huge payday, more than you would get on your job. Is that person that would offer that to you, or they gonna have to chase you down, bro?
Man, they ain't gonna have to chase me down.
You would chase them, right?
But that's what he been doing, though, KO.
No. So again, you said this is the second time you've made that claim. I keep asking you to prove it. What has Shakur done outside of talking? Don't try to explain to me without telling me something he said in an interview or without telling me something that he said on Twitter. What has he actually done to chase the fight with Gervonta Tank Davis?
What else can he do?
You can.
Now, I mean, ask you this: what has Tank did
you can make yourself a free agent, go over there.
He was a free agent.
See what you can do to get the fight.
He was a free agent.
Time that he was a free agent, he went to Matchroom.
He was a free agent for a whole month. And the only time Tank spoke, when all that Shakur and Tank stuff was going on, he stayed quiet through that whole time, like he was just so busy in the Olympics, right? But when they put
Davis' team reached out to Shakur to make a fight out of Shakur.
Where is that at? Where is it at? Where they reached out to Shakur?
All over the internet, bro.
That's when he was with Top Rank. That's different timelines.
After he left Top Rank.
Well, okay. Well, show me where they reached out to him after Top Rank.
And when
you can pull that up.
Now, when I go find this,
pull it up.
Show it to you. What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say I was wrong. I'm a man.
Okay, all right. I'll go find it for you. It's gonna take me a while.
Yeah, I want to see where after Top Rank.
If you got it, if anybody in the chat got it, please put it in the chat. I'm gonna try to find it myself though.
Yeah, I want to see. I know they had talks. I know Espinosa said they had talks when he was with Top Rank. I'm talking about when Shakur left Top Rank and he became a free agent, and he was before he signed with Matchroom, where they reached out.
This was after motherfucking Lomachenko fell out. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, but you're not listening.
Yeah, the only time I knew somebody from Tank Team talk to Shakur about a fight was Kenny on Mill City. Now, if it was something else, They sent out they tried to talk to Jay Prince or whatever. Like, show me that. I want to see where they had talks. I know Espinoza said they had preliminary talks when they was with Top Rank.
I got you, yeah. I got you. Don't worry.
Man, we ain't talking about Top Rank. So I see people talking about Top Rank. We know about Top Rank. We talking about after Top Rank. We talking about when he was a free agent, when he was in the Olympics.
You gotta turn that music down, bro. So they don't try to copyright my shit.
My bad. Hold on. That's my daughter and they're listening to something. Hold up.
You good. You good. Oh, I think we got it. Hold on. Not that one, Big Score. I'm looking for the Shakur interview, bro. It was during the Olympics 2024, bro. Let me. I'm getting to it. 1 year ago, made 2024. That's not it. Pearl Infinity, that Twitter link is not working, bro. Cause I gotta have a Twitter to be able to get on there, bro. Hold on. Scrolling through YouTube. 2 years ago. No, that ain't it.
Man, we just all sitting here. We just want to see the fight, man. I see what you're saying about Shakur.
For you, bro. I got you. Don't worry.
And I be seeing Tank always contradicting himself this whole time. People act like he just don't contradict himself.
It showed you 100 times Shakur Stevenson contradicted himself, bro.
And I'm not, and I ain't gonna disagree with you if he did.
Now it's not an if. He most definitely did, bro.
I mean, someone you can call it that.
I want to see the fight too. What I'm not gonna go with is lying about or capping about what is going on, bro. The fact of the matter is, Shakur Stevenson killed that fight when he signed the Matchroom in 2024, and he didn't do what it took to make the fight, bro. When they reached out to him, that's the problem, fam. That's the issue, dog.
No, I'm just saying I ain't never seen it. I ain't see it. Only thing I see, the last thing I saw was when they were talking about before he was gonna fight T.O. And Tank got all these excuses about not fighting. Something I ain't getting you paid and all that. He would have brought that up, bro. Like, man, I tried to fight you. Like, he didn't say nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all my thing is. One thing, that's what I said. One time, Tank would say, let's fight. I'm fighting Shakur. And then he'll say, what has he done? Like, he does that all the time. And then if you go back to old interviews he said he had T.O. on his list. He had Devin on his list. He had Shakur on his list. He said he didn't want to fight Kambosos. He said, who else he had? Lomachenko. He had all these dudes on his list.
What's that date on my screen right there? What's that date say right there?
Look, I'm in another one. Oh, November 10th.
2024, right?
Yeah.
That was after the fight, right? After the Olympics and before he fought Drummond Roach, right?
That was before Drummond Roach, ain't it?
Before Drummond Roach and after the Olympics,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The Olympics was that summer.
If Cordina is the guy that pays the money and it becomes a big fight, then yeah, we could do that. But other than that, I want to make the biggest and best fight. So um, honestly, I wanted to fight Joe Cordina. I think that it was gonna be a hell of a fight. And he been calling my name out since 130 pounds. So I wanted to show him why you shouldn't call my name out. But
Hold on, that's not the one. This is the one right here. I think I got it. Here we go. 1 second. 1 second. I hate that you can't just trust my word for it and you think I would lie about this.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
cool.
I can't trust the word. I just want to hear it. I'm not saying I don't trust the word. Well, my whole point is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Today, the last talk that they both had that we seen they exchange words. What I saw was Shakur saying,
"Here you go, fam. Don't worry, I got you. Let me show you the date first. So this was before that. Yeah, so this was August 1st, 2024. This is the one I was looking for during the Olympics,
okay, this
bro.
was during the Olympics. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
This guy in the UK is a pimp. I'll take that, buddy. I'll take it. Shakur, yeah, obviously there were some reports earlier this week. Yourself and Mr. Tank Davis had been in talks. I mean, I saw yourself and Tank come out and deny that completely. What can you tell me on that front? Have there been any conversations between your team, his team?
Yeah, only thing that I heard was they was trying to I guess they wanted to make the fight, and we just told them to send an offer. We ain't hit nothing back yet, but like I said, that fight is gonna happen. I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna act like the fight is not gonna happen. Me and him is the best. We the best fighters coming up. Best fighters at the 135-pound division. There's no way of the fight not happening. So I know fans want to scream
I
and
remember
say
this.
all of these things.
You say what?
I remember that. Okay. I get what you're saying. I remember that interview now. That's when everything seemed like everything was a little cool. But that's when Shakur said they ain't never said nothing. So then that's when he said after that he wanted to talk to Tank personally, like he wanted to do some buzz.
Tank Davis's team said that the reason they didn't send anything was because Shakur was asking for a multi-fight deal. And then he turns around and signs a multi-fight deal, bro. And then if you talk about what Shakur said about wanting to talk to Tank on the phone, what the fuck do they need to talk on the phone for? I'm the A side, you the B side, take the offer. Who are you to be on the phone with?
Yeah, I don't listen. I remember that interview, but it was something with that where they were saying like Tank's team ain't reach out for real and they was bullshitting. So that's why Shakur said he couldn't wait no more because he was waiting for like a whole month. So that was at August 1st, right? Shakur signed that deal with Matchmaking. What was it, like the end of August, like beginning of September? It was something like that, right?
I don't know. It was a whole deal.
It was something like a whole month went past.
You remember before he ever officially signed to them, he was telling them to make fights. He was telling them not to work on the Tank Davis fight. That's what Eddie Hearn said. So Tank Davis team reached out to you. You told Eddie Hearn not to try to make the fight. So you got two options. Either you told Eddie Hearn not to make the fight because you didn't want the fight, or you told Eddie Hearn not to make the fight because they was already trying to make the fight with you. You pick one. Either way, it don't look good for Shakur, bro. That's the point, fam.
If it don't, but my point is this too, that you acting like Tank ain't been faking either. That's my point. I told you from the beginning of this conversation, they both been faking.
The problem is you talking to me about somebody going back and forth on Twitter. I'm talking to you about somebody actually trying to make the fight while the other one ran in another direction, bro. But I
No,
got
it ain't
people,
even.
fam. Let me see what they talking about, bro.
All right.
Salute, fam. Snowflake, how can I help you?
Yo, what's good, knockout?
What's happening?
Yo, this shit crazy to me, baby. Yo, well, first of all, let's start right here. Can you tell everyone in the chat when was the last time Tank won a fight?
When was the last time he won a fight?
Yeah, when he won a fight.
The
Yeah.
Frank Martin fight.
What year? What month?
He fought Frank Martin in the summer of 2024.
So we talking about a fighter who hasn't won a fight in almost 2 years, right?
He's only had one fight since then. No,
I said we talking about a fighter who has not won a fight in 2 years.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
talking about him. Yeah.
Okay. Is my
What's your
thing is
point?
like we got to get on with the times. We got to get on with the times. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
2-3 years ago, Tank was that nigga, but
Okay.
we got to get on with the times, bro.
You
looking sad out here, knockout.
Who's the most viral fighter in boxing right now? Who's the most popular, most talked about fighter in boxing?
I mean, shit, I seen Shakur on them streams and shit. I seen a lot of shit with Crawford and this UFC guy popping up. Only thing I see with Tank is beating up girls. I'm not going to count that as viral. You could count that as viral, but I'm not going to count that. We talking boxing, we talking about just nonsense.
We talking about in boxing, period, bro.
In boxing, but for boxing shit or for
mean,
beating up girls? Which one?
Oh, here goes.
If Shakur start beating up girls, maybe he'll go viral too.
Here goes my shit right here. That's not true because Shakur Stevenson punched the dyke in the back of the head. Nobody seems to care.
He did not.
That's not true. That's not true. So I talked about Tank Davis right here. People cared about that. I talked about Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Not as many people.
You only really talk about Tank, and that's what I'm shocked about. That
I talked about Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. People tend to care about that. I talked about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. People care a little bit more about that. I talked about Tank Davis. People care a lot about that. I talked about Earl the Truth Spence. People care a little bit about that.
That's your channel. Knockout. People come to your channel for Tank.
A little bit about that. Seems to be people care a lot about what Tank Davis got going on. Bro.
Oh, your channel, yeah. People come to your channel for Tank. I mean, we know that.
Go to my channel for boxing talk.
No, but when you watch like boxing shows, they're not talking about Tank. There's nothing boxing to talk about Tank. He has not won a fight in 2 years.
Theory, if you like, Snowflake. Who's your favorite fighter? Who's your top fighters right now?
Right now, I mean, you got to put Shakur Stevenson at the top. I mean, it's just silly not to. Like
your favorite fighters. Who are your favorite fighters right now?
I'm Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson is your favorite fighter in boxing right now.
Yes.
Do you think he has a better resume than Bam Rodriguez?
That Tio win, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Bam's. I'm not gonna tell you that Shakur Stevenson.
How about we do this then? Let me prove to you that this just ain't a Tank channel. I'll debate on behalf of Bam Rodriguez. You debate on.
No. I need you to stay on that Tank side because every time I come here, we debate Tank, and now you're gonna run away from that Tank.
You just complain that this is only a Tank channel.
No, I'm here to talk about Tank. Let's talk about Tank. Let's keep it Tank. Okay, let's keep it Tank. He hasn't won a fight in 2 years. Tio, now let's debate. Does Tank have a better win than Tio on his resume?
Hold on a second. So you complain about it being about Tank, but you only came over here to talk about it.
I'm not complaining.
So you want to spend your time on a Friday talking about a fighter that you want us to move on from. How does that make sense to you?
No, bro? I'm saying move on from this idea that he's the face of boxing and all this nonsense. Like we need to move on from that.
Why would I move? Tell Pitbull Cruz to move on from that because while Shakur Stevenson is calling out Pitbull Cruz, snowflakes. Who is Pitbull Cruz calling out?
Pitbull Cruz, they've been hunting for that Pitbull Cruz rematch for years. So who is
Pitbull Cruz calling for right now? Who does he say the biggest fight is right now?
He's connected with the PBC. They know that's
saying the biggest fight is for him right now.
The biggest fight for Pitbull Cruz?
Who did he say?
Obviously, it's Roach or Tank, so it's Tank.
No. Who did he say?
Why do we care? Why do we care what Pitbull Cruz think? Why do we care what who the fuck is Pitbull Cruz, bro?
Fucking fighter, bro.
But what kind of fighter is he? Is he an elite fighter? Wait, is he an elite fighter? Is he a superstar? What is Pitbull Cruz?
Hey, yo, Pitbull, why don't you move on? Because Tank Davis, he ain't shit. He ain't the face.
But we don't care about what Pitbull's thinking.
Stevenson.
Who cares about Pitbull though? Nobody cares about Pitbull, bro.
The people that actually get paid to put on fights, the people that actually get paid to fight, the people that actually make money off of boxing, like Pitbull's promoter, man.
Pitbull's the champion.
They disagree with you. They say that Tank Davis is the guy because that's who they want their person to lose to if he's going to lose to anybody because they feel like they can make more money on a fucking fight because they feel like they can sell more tickets. They
They also got a better chance to beat him.
So
they got a better chance to beat him too.
Tell them niggas to move on, bro.
They got a better chance to beat him too. Knockout. Don't sleep on that. They not stupid. They got a better chance to beat Tank than beat Shakur.
You got a better chance to beat somebody that already been in the ring with you to outbox you with one hand.
Hey, some people said Pitbull won it. I had a 7-5 for Tank, but it was a good fight. If I'm Pitbull, I'm in that fight. So I don't know what you're talking about. You'll never see Shakur in a 7-5 fight with a guy of Pitbull's level.
What
ever.
do you mean? He was in the first of all, Santos.
Knockout. Has Tank ever had a win like Tio?
He's never been a champion and lost to William Foster, homeboy. Pitbull Cruz is a former champion.
Does Tank have a win on the level of Tio? You're gonna ignore that.
Santos, homeboy.
I answer my question. Does he have a better win than Tio on his resume? Tank.
No, I think T. Malifu is a really good win for Shakur.
No, I know, but that's not answering my question. Does Tank have a better win than that?
I just told you.
Okay, then. So why would that's what you want to talk about Pitbull? Why not talk about Tio? Why we talking about Pitbull for?
Does Shakur Stevenson have a better stoppage on his resume than Ryan Garcia?
Stop it. Hear the terms that you're using. Hear the terms that you're using.
As a matter of fact, Leo Santa Cruz will be just as good as motherfucking Team Malifu. Isn't he more decorated than Team Malifu?
So let me get this straight. Tank is older. Tank is older. Yes no? Tank is older, got more fights, and he doesn't have a better win than Tio. What does that tell you? He's older than him and got more fights than him. He's a bigger star than him, but he ain't got a better win than Tio. What does that tell you?
I would say that overall, Tank Davis' resume is better. But the best win between the two is Team Malifu. I'm not gonna get up here and lie to you, but I will say if I wanted to make an argument, I could make an argument for Leo Santa Cruz being on Team Malifu's level.
Shakur is a 4th division world champion, right?
At the time of the fight when Tank Davis fought Leo Santa Cruz, he had beat everybody that he had ever been in the ring with. Team Malifu needed a robbery against Jermaine Ortiz. He needed a robbery against Sandor Martin, and he fucking lost to George trash-ass Cambosos. So quit acting like there's no argument there. And if you really know boxing, snowflakes, like I think you do, you would know that Shakur Stevenson was a bad matchup for Team Malifu from the jump. Why? Because Team Malifu was trash on his front foot.
We could have said same for Tio. We could have said same for Tank, but Tank never fought him. We could say Tank is a good matchup for Tio too, but Tank never got in the ring with him, so it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's about the name. Again, you talking about a 4th division champion, Shakur. What is Tank? What is Tank?
Let me ask you this too.
Has Tank ever been a Ring Magazine champ?
What you think of this since you said Shakur is your guy? If Shakur's resume is better and Tank Davis's resume is so trash or whatever.
It's not trash. It's just not better than Shakur's, and you already admitted that. You already surrendered that. So
why is Shakur Stevenson spending his time right now calling out niggas that Tank Davis already beat?
Who is he calling out? Conor Benn?
Pitbull and Ryan
Garcia. Conor Benn that Tank called out and then retracted? That Conor Benn? That he called them out then retracted? Why don't you pull that up on your YouTube?
Are your ears working? Pitbull and Ryan Garcia.
Pitbull and Ryan Garcia. Yeah, I'm hearing more Conor Benn. I'm hearing way more Conor Benn than those guys. I like the Roach matchup just so he could do Roach dirty. He'll do Roach dirty, unlike Tank could have. I would like that matchup just for the Tank fans.
What that say right there on your screen?
Ryan 144. Yeah. I'm not saying he didn't call him out. I'm not saying. I know he called him out. But
when did he post that?
Who stepped in the ring after his fight though? Let's talk about the more relevant guys.
When did he post that?
Oh, I can't see the date. I'm on that stream. Yo, hold on. Wait. February 13th. Today.
That's today.
Okay.
That's today.
Okay. I'm not saying that he's not looking for a big money fight. He's also calling out Dev. He's calling out Conor Benn. He's calling out a bunch of guys, bro. We know that. We know he's calling out a bunch of guys, but we know Conor Benn is at the top of the list. The same Conor Benn that Tank called out.
Conor Benn at the top of the list. What did it say?
I'm gonna cook Ryan badly. Yeah, he's been talking shit about Ryan for years, bro.
When he typed this?
Also today.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Who stepped in the ring after his fight?
That shit don't matter.
Oh, that don't matter now?
Errol Spence stepped in the ring with Sebastian Fundora. Who Errol about to fight? This KO, my nigga. This KO, my nigga. This ain't these other dudes. You can't. You barking up the wrong tree. Errol Spence stepped in the ring with Sebastian Fundora. Who KO,
you know what it is, KO, is that you're just on the wrong side of things, bro. You're just on the wrong side of things. It's not. You a smart dude. You're just on the wrong side of things. That's all. You can't argue. You can't argue a lost cause, bro. Nobody could. Who is Errol
about to fight, bro?
What was that?
Who is Errol about to fight?
Tim Tszyu.
Oh yeah, but he was in the ring with Fundora, right?
How many years ago was he in the ring with Fundora?
Just this year. Just
Wait,
this year.
what? This year?
Or not last year. I'm sorry, 2025. Fundora's
Was it
last fight.
2025?
This is his last fight.
It was over a year ago. It was Fundora's
By the
win
way,
against.
one more for the road.
It's a payday to your run.
Yeah. So Shakur won who more?
He's hyped because Ryan's fighting next week, bro. That's all he's doing.
Oh, so
We'll see who he fights.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Cook. Who y'all think y'all talking to, bro? Who y'all think I am, bro? Next, bro. Catch you next time, Snowflake. Nice try. Nice try, bro. Nice fucking try. Close, but no cigar, my nigga. El Cell, how can I help you?
Hello.
First of all, bro, turn your camera on real quick, fam. I'm getting trolley vibes because of your avatar, bro. Turn your camera on, then you can turn it off. I just got to make sure you're not a troll. Funny how you hopped off. Ain't that shit funny? So, what up? Big Skull, what up? Gotta come back, bro. I couldn't hear nothing you were saying if you was talking, bro. I feel like towards the tail end of my back and forth with Snowflake, we talked about a little bit of what I wanted to talk about, bro. And that is this, fam. For Tank Day, oh. Skull, what up?
Hey, sorry about that, KO. My damn screen yard acting crazy.
It's all good. What's good, bro?
Hey, to your point, I sent you an email. This the same Negro, Lion Negro from Newark, New Jersey, that just said on his Twitter 3 hours ago, "Let's do it, Ryan. After your fight."
Oh yeah, I already had that, bro.
Featherweight.
Yeah, I already got that. Yeah. But I appreciate it.
Right, and then another thing, he talking about the boxing world need to move on from Tank. When I went to mostly all the top boxing channels, not named you and Dean, I'm talking about Fight Hub and the channels that so-called mean so much. The most viewed video is still everything revolving around Tank.
Listen, bro, I was reading something that somebody else sent me, Big Skull. My bad. This shout out to my dog that sent this to me. I'm trying to shout out to my dog Lil John, bro. Say that again for me, Big Skull.
No, I was saying when you go to every so-called major YouTube channel that revolves around boxing, like Fight Hub, Ring Magazine, the most viewed shorts and the most viewed videos revolves around Tank Davis in some form or fashion.
Nah, that's not wrong, bro. So the thing is, what happens is people want to hear about Tank, but they want to hear you shit on Tank. If you shitting on Tank, people like Snowflake, people like these other people that are coming by my channel to take up for Shakur, they don't tell them to stop talking about Tank. They go listen to him and they enjoy the conversation because it's all negative and it's probably Glaze and Shakur. They want you to stop talking about Tank if you say have anything positive to say or you have any, basically if you're telling the truth, honestly, in my opinion. So that's kind of what that is, bro.
And also to your point, KO, Dean just did like a top 10 list with some of the greatest fighters in history. He never mentioned now one title belt throughout that whole process that they unified, or maybe one of he named, William Armstrong, that brother who actually was the first undisputed. So basically, what that dude was mentioning unified, Ring Magazine. Tank don't care about that. This how you know Tank is the best in this era right now for popularity and for being the draw. He did all those things without having to collect none of those belts, and he's still the most talked about.
Yeah, bro, that shit crazy. Let me you ain't wrong, bro. Let me get back to the smoke if there is any, and I'll talk to you soon, bro. Shout out to my homie.
Yes,
Big
sir.
I appreciate
I'll
you
talk to
pulling
you
up.
soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out and sorry I missed these super chats, y'all. Let me run these. Let me run these real quick. Shout out to everybody supporting the channel. Shout out to 10, 5 piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Love saying Tank fans find no fault with him, but I never heard these ninjas admit Kurt Dev or Key wrong. Fuck out of here, goofy. People in the chat equal I'm getting cooked. Shout out to CEO Tune with the 2 piece of the super chat. KO, you're wasting your time, bro. I'm just trying to educate, man. Shout out to Trade Skills with the being a member for 7 straight months. I bet you can't make it a year, nigga. He say these ninjas be low-key Tank fans. Trying to tell you. Shout out to Juke with the 5 piece in the super chat. She say, so Tank is the past, yet he decided to click the link to talk about Tank. Yet was nowhere to be found when Shakur actually fought. That and I offered to talk about something else. I offered to talk about Shakur and compare Shakur to another fighter. And my dog didn't want to do that. My dog didn't want to do that. No, I want to talk about Tank. Shout out to Brashley with the 5 piece. No biscuit in the super chat. The Shakur D Eden is crazy and embarrassing. These are the guys on Twitter, I'm sure of it. Get on here sounding stupid as bro. We had somebody yesterday tell me that Josh Padley was a champion, bro. Somebody told me yesterday Josh Padley was a champion. I don't know if he was in here, bro. Somebody told me yesterday Josh Padwork Padley was a champion, bro. Padwork Padley, quick, what up? They told me Padwork Padley was a champion yesterday, dog. Mm-hmm. Always right. Was getting cooked, and he admitted Tank ain't got a better win than T.O. And you want to talk about Pitbull and Ryan. I don't lie. How is me saying the truth, me getting cooked? I tell you what, always right. Link is in the chat, bro. Link is in the chat. There's not a single person that's ever debated me that can say they cooked me, bro. And be telling the truth about it. Niggas can't fuck with me, bro. Your knowledge is limited to Tank Dave. Okay? Y'all dictate what I talk about. You can come on back up here, bro. Ain't nobody else come up here. I'll cook you some more. You come on back up here, bro. Come on. Ain't nobody else clicking the link. At least you brave enough to get your ass whooped again. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I got about 20 more minutes. Come on. Just don't say no more stupid shit to make yourself look dumb. You want Conor Ben more. Yeah, nigga. No, he don't. No, he don't. He wants Ryan Garcia. Deem in the building. Y'all go subscribe to Deem, by the way, if I ain't say it earlier. Shout out to my dog with his top 10 list. That shit was fire. It was fun to just listen to that shit. I get it that these types of conversations can be tiring because it's like talking to a dumbass brick wall. It's like talking to a brick wall that's dumb, and you wonder how a brick wall can be dumb, but it be dumb sometimes. William Old School, what up? I'm waiting on you, Snowflake. Or Hacker, I see you in the chat. Shout out to my dog Brashley back in the 5 piece, no biscuit and super chat. If Tank wanted to fight Ryan tomorrow, Shakur would be an afterthought. That's for any Shakur opponent that he claims he wants. Snowflake, welcome back, bro. What do you want to talk about now, bro?
I got what you gonna give me 2 more minutes? You gonna kick me out again? I'll go easy. I'll go easy on you. I'll go easy on you this time. I'll go easy on you this time.
You go easy on me. You the one that got cooked, bro.
I got cooked. I mean, you admitted that there's no better win on Tank's resume than Tio, right? So we already know that.
That's nothing new. I do respect the Team Alifu win, bro.
I mean, yeah, you're not delusional. I respect that.
Simply being in the debate, bro, and thinking something. Some Tank fans in this chat, they disagree with me. They think Leo Santa Cruz. I think Leo is comparable, but I think Team Alifu is a better win. I think he's more athletic. He's in his prime. I'll give him that. I think that's a good win. That don't mean that's not you cooking me, bro. Because that wasn't the debate that we were having about their resume. I think, like, as I told you, T.O. is the better win of the two, but overall, Tank has fought better fighters when you compare them fighter by fighter.
And so Shakur's a 4th division champ, right? Ring Magazine champ for 2 of the divisions, I think it was.
Champ. So, for instance, right, when you become champion by beating Joel Gonzalez, but I just defend my belt against Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin is a better fighter than Joel Gonzalez. So yeah,
you see how you use the word defend though. You ain't say he got elevated to championship.
You became
slick that way. You're slick that way though. You're saying being elevated is more impressive than beating Joel. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say that, bro. I didn't say
all right. So why would you say you defended against this guy?
What I'm doing for you is explaining to you why 4 division champions or belts don't mean as much to me.
But he unified also. He wasn't just champion. He unified.
Let me finish what I'm saying, bro. What I'm explaining to you is, to me as a boxing fan and an analyst and somebody with a channel, is that who you fight is much more important to me than simply fighting for a belt. And when comparing these two fighters, I'm giving you an example. So for instance, Shakur won a vacant belt by beating Joel Gonzalez. Tank Davis simply just defended his belt against Frank Martin. However, I think the Frank Martin win is a better win than the Joel Gonzalez win, because I would think that 80% of people, maybe even more, would consider Frank Martin to be a better fighter than Joel Gonzalez. That is
I like the defense against Zepeda over the defense against Frank Martin.
I don't.
Of course you don't. Of course, but you can't find nobody who would actually have Frank Martin ranked over Zepeda.
I think William Zepeda has more pressure than Frank Martin, but he's not more athletic than Frank Martin. He
beat Tevin Farmer twice. Who the fuck did Frank Martin beat?
Frank Martin beat motherfucking Michelle Ali Rivera in their prime as 2 prospects. Tevin Farmer was 35 years old.
No one would rank Frank Martin over Zepeda, bro. You're being disingenuous. Come on.
5 or 6 losses on his motherfucking record.
Dude was ranked number 1. Come on, bro. We're not doing that. That's crazy.
He beat Tevin Farmer after Tevin Farmer had already lost to Raymond Muratalla.
I said he beat him twice. And Muratalla is a hell of a champion.
The first time, a lot of people felt like William Zepeda got robbed. Those fights were very close against a 35-year-old featherweight moving up to 135. That shit ain't impressive, bro.
Frank Martin had a close fight against Artem. Okay, it's close fights. Zepeda is better than Frank Martin, bro. What are we debating here?
He beat Artem up worse than Shakur did.
Has Frank Martin ever been ranked as high as Zepeda? Zepeda was ranked number 1 for the WBC. Has Frank Martin ever been ranked that high?
Frank Martin was ranked number 2.
Okay, so no.
He beat the number 1 guy, because the guy that was number 1 was Michelle Ali Rivera, bro. So he beat the number 1 guy and then got his shot at Tank. Fuck is you talking about?
Number 1, what for what? For what belt?
WBA, bro.
Okay, that ain't the WBC, and we know that. And we know if you're a boxing fan, you know that.
You mean the same WBC that you hold them in a high regard?
I hold Zepeda in a higher regard than Frank Martin. Point blank. Period.
That's cool.
That's not just me. That's just all boxing fans.
You are well within your rights to do that.
Okay, but you want to talk about Joel Gonzalez, though. You see how you slick that way. You want to talk about Joel Gonzalez. You don't want to talk about Zepeda.
What I'm telling you is William Zepeda was not. Doesn't
Who
have
better, Oscar Valdez or Frank Martin?
As Frank Martin did. Artem is a former Olympian, a true 135 pounder.
Yes, Shakur beat him too.
Michelle Ali Rivera was a top prospect at the time. That was considered a 50-50 fight going in, and he was athletic and he was in his prime. William Zepeda was a guy that beat Tevin Farmer 2 times. Tevin Farmer was 36 years old, a career featherweight that already had multiple losses on his record by the time that William Zepeda fought him, bro. Frank Martin was beating undefeated fighters, fam. He fought better competition at 135 pounds than William Zepeda did. It's easy to look good when you fighting past your prime fighters and other Mexicans down in Mexico that don't nobody fucking know, bro. Outside of the win he got against Tevin Farmer, you could probably say when he beat that prospect Hector Tanajara, that was a pretty good win.
I like the Jojo Diaz win from Zepeda as well. I think the Jojo Diaz was a good fight.
Was coming off of multiple losses before fighting William Zepeda. Do you not see the
Haney?
here?
Was it to Haney?
He lost before Haney. Do you want me to pull up JoJo
He
Diaz?
lost to Gary Antoine Russell and Haney before that, bro. I'm looking at it right now. He lost to Gary Antoine Russell and Haney.
Don't worry.
So what are you saying? He lost to Gary Antoine Russell and Haney, and then he lost to Zepeda. There's no shame in losing to those guys.
JoJo Diaz lost to.
Well, you think I'm lying to you?
Russell
Yes,
Jr.
and Haney.
He got a draw with Shaq Rachmaninoff.
You arguing the wrong things, Kale. You looking bad.
Mercito Jester, Jesus Campos, Oscar Duarte, Abraham Montoya, and Regis Prograis. This nigga has lost 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, that's not what we were talking about. We were talking about before he falls Zepeda.
He's lost 7 of his last 9 fucking fights, bro.
Before he lost to Zepeda, we talked about the Zepeda fight, bro. We were talking about Zepeda. We're talking about Zepeda.
They were all at 135 pounds. He ain't been shit since he moved up. He was good as a featherweight, just like Tevin Farmer. See the trend? Has been fighters moving up in weight that are smaller than him, or other Mexicans that came off of drinking a motherfucking dose of keys. That's William Zepeda's resume, my nigga. Stop playing with me, bro.
He's better than Frank Martin, man. We're going to agree to disagree on that one. You on your own on that one. No one has ever ranked Frank Martin over Zepeda. Just you Tank fan. You would do that. But moving on from that, Oscar Valdez is also better than Oscar Valdez is also more successful and better than Frank Martin was.
Frank Martin over Zepeda.
But you want to talk about Joey Gonzalez, and I got to name other people. Like you pretend you don't know these other opponents.
You want to know who else? You want to know who else ranked Frank Martin over William Zepeda?
Who?
Shakur Stevenson when he tried to fight him first.
Shakur Stevenson recently said that Zepeda had the best chance to beat him. He tried to fight him first. He's probably trying to get an easier win. He's trying to get an easier win on ESPN. It was an ESPN fight. He fought Zepeda on pay-per-view. What was that?
So Shakur was cherry picking Frank Martin for an easy WBC belt?
WBC, who's Frank Martin was never champion. What do you mean a WBC belt? Frank Martin was never champion.
They were going to be fighting for Shakur's belt. Not vacant.
Yeah, but that's not cherry picking for the belt. He was defending the belt. Frank Martin has never been champion. Let's make that very clear here.
He was trying to defend against a trash ass fighter.
Yeah,
why did he just try to defend against
just like he was going to defend with Cardero or whatever his name is. He did. He also defended against Zepeda. Zepeda dunked him the first time.
You know what he was saying about Frank Martin before Frank Martin pulled out? Oh, Frank Martin is a good fight. Oh, he the truth. It's going to be an athletic fighter. Y'all say y'all want to see me fight an athletic fighter. He was very excited for the Frank Martin fight. Frank Martin didn't become trash until he was about to fight Tank to Shakur and his fans. And now furthermore, on top of all of that, Shakur Stevenson, bro, I know the play. Everybody is great when they fight Shakur Stevenson because Shakur is trying to up himself after the Edwin De Los Santos fight. Oh, he was great. He was really good. He dangerous. He's so athletic. He good. After Williams Zepeda fight, oh, Williams really good. He's really great. After Team Alifu fight, oh, Team Alifu, he really great.
You already said that's better than anything Tank's done, so we ain't got to talk about Tio.
Bro, stop playing. He hyping himself up, dog. That's all.
So wait, you already admitted Tio's a great win, bro. Now you're saying he's not? I'm just saying Zepeda is better than Frank Martin. I'm not saying Zepeda is his world beater, bro. I'm saying he's better than Frank Martin. What the fuck is Frank Martin?
There's no evidence to prove that, bro.
He got a better record and he fought better competition. I mean, I don't know what else to give you. He got a better KO ratio, a better record, and better competition on his resume.
People feel like he lost,
and he was ranked higher in the WBC than Frank ever was.
Stevenson, bro.
What was that?
His 2 step-up fights that he had, Williams Zepeda, people felt like he lost to Tevin Farmer the first time. I thought he performed better in the second fight. And he also lost to Shakur Stevenson clearly, obviously.
Everybody does.
So what evidence do we have to say that Williams Zepeda is better than him? Like, let's just run it down.
I mean, he gave Shakur a better fight than Tio did.
Is he better?
He gave Shakur a better fight than Tio did. Did he not? Hold on. Did he not give Shakur a better fight than Tio did?
Is he better than Frank Martin because of Giovanni Cabrera? Is he better than him because of Maxie?
Because of Tevin Farmer. I would say because of Tevin Farmer, his KO ratio.
Who did Williams Zepeda beat that Frank Martin wouldn't be favored to beat too?
Tevin Farmer that's a good fight. I'm not just giving that to Frank Martin. Like Frank Martin some kind of world beater. I'm not
the favorite in that fight.
No, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. What the fuck? Who the fuck do you think Frank Martin is? What do you mean he would be favored in that fight? Was he favored against the
featherweight? He'll be fighting a featherweight that's 35 years old. That's already got 9 losses and been knocked out 3 times. What the fuck are you
Who will be favored? Zepeda versus Frank Martin. Who you think will be favored on the odds on the books? Right now, who will be favored? Martin. You crazy. You crazy.
He just knocked out former champion crazy. And he's been more active and he just came back and Williams Zepeda hasn't fought in forever.
Even then,
The
no.
only thing that's in question, can Williams Zepeda take that left hand from Frank Martin? Because Frank Martin gonna catch him coming in. What are you talking about?
Oh man! All right, what about Oscar?
If Williams Zepeda can take the shot, he'll have a chance. If he can't take the shot, he's gonna be hurt and he won't be.
Zepeda will swarm with Zepeda. That's an easy win for Zepeda, bro. That's a fucking tuna for Zepeda, honestly.
So that's an easy win for Zepeda, but he went life and death with Tevin Farmer.
Tevin Farmer's a good fighter, bro. Who do you think Tevin Farmer is? Tevin Farmer ain't no bum.
Tevin Farmer. Again, here you go. He's lost 4 fights in a row, bro.
He's washed now, but that's the Zepeda. Before the Zepeda bouts, he was still a good fighter, bro. Losing to Morataya, there's no shame in that. Morataya would definitely watch Frank Martin. We know that.
What about Camille? What about Camille Lasizek? Is there shame in that?
I mean, yeah. Like I said,
what about Josh? What about a dude named Josh Bowles? You even know who the fuck that is, bro?
I definitely don't. What
about Oscar Santana? Any shame in that shit?
So what are we saying now? Tevin Farmer's trash? That's what we saying?
I'm saying that Tevin Farmer is a former world champion.
Right. Has Frank Martin ever won world champion? Has Frank Martin ever won a world championship? Because you're talking about Tevin Farmer like he's some scrub, and he's done something that your man Frank Martin never has. And he won the championship. He wasn't elevated, from my understanding.
Something that nobody currently in boxing has done. Do you want to see Manny versus Tank? You think that's an even fight?
Manny versus Tank. Tank has been bad enough, bro. That it's a decent fight, bro.
4,768 years old. That is a old ass champion. Regardless of what he has accomplished, he is washed and he is past his prime. The same is true for Tevin Farmer. You just don't want to say it because one of Shakur's best wins is against Williams Zepeda, and one of Williams Zepeda's best wins is Tevin Farmer. You don't want to talk about Tevin Farmer being on his third and final weight class. You don't want to talk about Tevin Farmer coming off of a loss to Raymond Muratalla. You don't want to talk about Tevin Farmer being in his mid-30s and well past his prime when Williams Zepeda fought him, because that goes against your narrative, bro. You want to talk about Tevin Farmer as the featherweight champion. You want to talk about the Tevin Farmer that fought a good fight with JoJo Diaz. Sorry, bro. That was damn near a decade ago. Williams Zepeda didn't fight him a decade ago. He fought him a year ago. So you can't get that off on me, bro. It doesn't work like that. Time matters. When you fight someone matters. What weight class you fight them at matters. And the fact of the matter is, Tevin Farmer was a cherry pick gone wrong for Williams Zepeda because the fight was not supposed to be that close. Sorry, bro.
He's a world champion. It was close because he's a world champion, bro.
When did he win his world championship?
What was that?
When was he a world champion?
He was a world champion once upon a time, and Frank Martin has never been a world champion and will never be a world champion. Ryan Garcia has never been a world champion.
When was he a world champion?
So now how many world champions has Shakur be? Hold on. How many world champions has Shakur be? How many world champions has Tank be? Let's get back to that. Because hold on. When Floyd is talking about his resume, he says I beat the most world champions in boxing history.
I'm not answering your question until you answer mine.
What's your question?
When was Tevin Farmer a world champion?
It was a while ago, bro. It was a while ago.
When?
It was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 2020. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, Tank. We talking about Tank. Tank hasn't won a fight in 2 years. So what? Shakur beats Tank today. We're gonna say, oh, you beat a bad version of Tank.
He lost his world title. He lost his world title to JoJo Diaz, correct?
Before losing, yes.
Now, when you came up here, because I have a very good memory, you cared about time then, didn't you? Didn't you come up here the first time, not this second time? When you came up here, wasn't the first things you asked me, KO, when the last time Tank won a fight?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago.
You cared about time.
It was 2 years ago. I still care about time, but I care about time. My thing, KO, it's better to have done it once than never. But KO, you're defending guys who've never done it.
So let me get this straight. When it's somebody that you're not arguing for, oh, he lost 2 years ago. That's been a long ass time. When it's somebody that you arguing for, oh, he was the last champion 6 years ago. That ain't that bad.
KO, I'm just giving him credit because he's at least been champion.
Your hypocrisy catches up to you.
He's at least been champion, KO. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying that he's. I'm not saying. I know he's not in his prime. I know he's not in his prime. I'm saying he's been champion. He's a former champion. He has that. He has that cemented, bro. He's a former champion.
You see how your hypocrisy catches up.
Has Frank Martin never been champion?
Either you care about
time, what year? Why don't you tell the people what year Frank Martin was a champion?
Or you don't care about time, brother. Either you
I do care about time. I do.
Okay, so if you care about time, then you would understand that Tevin Farmer being a champion in 2019 and losing it in 2020 means nothing when you're talking about him fighting Williams Zepeda because he fought Williams.
He was a champion for 2 years. He was a champion from 2018. He was a 2-year champion. He was a champion for 2 years, from 2018 to 2020. He lost in 2020.
It was in a completely different weight class 5 years before he fought Williams Zepeda.
Okay. What year was Frank Martin champion?
How is that relevant to how good he was when he fought Williams Zepeda?
Because he still accomplished that once upon a time. Even though he wasn't at his best, he was still a former world champion.
As long as you accomplish something once upon a time, then we should be giving you credit.
Well, look what happened to Barros against Pacquiao. I mean, hey, when you're going up against a guy who's been champion, that could happen to you. You could fuck around and lose because you going up against a guy who's been there. Now, what year has Frank Martin become champion?
Frank Martin has not been champion.
Oh, wow. Now, do you care about time? Wait, do you care about time?
He had one shot at the title and he got knocked out. But if Frank Martin were to fight Tevin Farmer in 2026, I got Frank Martin.
Well, if he would have, right? If he would have, we can't play those would have games, right? So we're not playing those would have games. Now tell the people what year. Tell the people what year Ryan Garcia was champion. Tell the people that.
Ryan Garcia has never been a champion.
Oh, right. These are two of his best wins.
He's getting his first shot at the title next week, actually.
Right. And then tell the people how good Lamont Roach's resume was at 135.
Oh,
how many fights did Lamont Roach have at 135?
Lamont Roach had about 11 fights at 135.
And who he fight against at 135?
It was early in his career. I don't know.
Right. And then he went back down to 130, and we can obviously know why, right? We can figure that out. And then at 130, he lost to Jamal Herring, right?
He was trying to be a weight bully.
Right. He lost to Jamal Herring, right, at 130.
Yeah.
The same Jamal Herring that Shakur stopped, right?
Facts.
Right, and then that same Lamont Roach had a draw, because you know what it is. Tank is really a C-level fighter. If we really want to be honest, this is what it is.
Be careful, stuff like. Be careful.
Hold on, because I want to get deeper into this. I'm thinking like, wait a minute. What year was Pitbull champion? Pitbull was the champion at 140, was he?
You digging your own grave.
I'm just trying to figure things out. We're just going through things right now. We gonna figure this out.
So while you try to figure it out, let me try to figure some things out. Let me take a shot at it. You know what I mean? Let me
why not?
Figure something out if I could.
Why not?
Timalifu undefeated?
Is he undefeated? No, he lost.
Before he fought Shakur Stevenson?
We already agree that's the better opponent. That's the better opponent any Tank has ever faced. So we can move on from Tio. I don't even want to talk about Tio no more.
Was he undefeated before he fought Shakur Stevenson?
No, but he has been.
Who he lose to?
He was a two-time lineal champ, though. We're talking about a two-time lineal champ. Like I'm not gonna talk bad about Tio. I'm not even gonna bring Tio into this conversation, bro.
Who he lose to?
Who he lose to? He lost to George Kambosos.
What is George Kambosos' record in his last 8 fights?
Man, who he fight in his last 8 fights, though? Come on, bro. We talking about
the only victories he got, one of which against Maxie Hughes was a robbery.
And Maxie Hughes is a good fighter.
He's
a Frank Martin level fighter.
Did George Kambosos? When the last time George Kambosos looked good in the fight? It was against who?
I would say. Well, I would say. I'm gonna be honest with you. Given what we know, let me answer the question. Let me answer the question. Knockout.
His name rhymed with Shmi or Shmifo.
No, let me answer the question. And now, knowing what we know now about Debo, Dev, Haney, shit. You know what? You went 24 rounds with that dude at 135. I mean, you know what? I'm not mad at that performance now that I know Devin is who he is. Now that we know more about Dev, I mean, that performance don't look that bad now. And you lose to Hitchens. Hitchens could be a superstar, bro. Hitchens could be a superstar. We got to figure this out. We got to find out what Hitchens is.
How is Hitchens a superstar?
I said he could be. I said he could be. I know he's not. I'm saying he could be. Time will tell. Time will tell, bro. Time will tell. We don't know yet. Time will tell, but Hitchens looks that good.
So Team Alifu loses to George Kambosos. Every other top fighter beat George Kambosos. So wouldn't that mean Team Alifu isn't a top fighter?
I would say he's one. We already agreed it's a better win than Tank has had. What are you trying to? You're going back on your own word?
That's not what I asked you.
Are you going back on your own word? He had a bad night, but he beat Lomachenko. You want to talk about the Lomachenko night?
No, that was 5 years.
I know ago. You don't want to talk about you don't talk about Lomachenko, do you? You want to talk about Kambosos. You don't want to talk about Lomachenko.
Loma, who also stopped George Kambosos.
Right, but you don't want. But that same Loma lost to Tio clearly, convincingly. You want to talk about Josh Taylor? You don't want to talk about Josh Taylor, though, right?
What I'm making is, if you want to do triangle theories to call somebody trash, then you would have to take credit away for Team Alifu.
Here's what I'm saying.
Not only did he lose to George Kambosos, He's now had multiple fights where people felt like he lost and he looked horrible in. Do you want me to show you some post-fight pictures?
People feel like Tank lost to Roach. People feel like Tank lost to Roach. You want to go by feelings? You want to go by feelings? Do you want to go by feelings? Because everybody feels like Roach beat Tank. If you really want to go by feelings, I know you don't want to do that. So let's stick to box rec. Let's stick to box rec because you do not want to go by feelings on this one. Trust me, you don't.
Or a draw.
What was that?
A lot of us feel like it was either 7-5 Tank.
Most people feel Roach became a star after that, bro. Roach was on a fucking media tour because people felt he won. Everybody told Roach he won. So you don't want to go by feelings on this one. Trust me. Walk that one back.
Why did he have to fight Pitbull in San Antonio, Texas, and all those people were there to support Pitbull and not Roach? If he became a star, as you were certain.
He became a star because he was unknown before fighting Tank, and then since fighting Tank, he went on a media tour.
How come he didn't have nobody there for him at the Pitbull fight?
Now, can you remind me, was the Pitbull fight a main event pay-per-view fight, yes or no?
It was.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Wait, has Pitbull ever been on a main event pay-per-view fight outside of Tank?
No, neither one of them.
Okay, so then Roach must be something then. He must have become something then. Okay. So trust me, walk back the feeling shit about Tio, bro. Walk that back because it ain't gonna be good for you. It ain't gonna be good for you.
What was that? Where was the fight at?
It doesn't matter. It was pay-per-view on PBC. It was pay-per-view.
It doesn't matter.
It was in Tank. It was in Tank stage.
Are you really over telling me that promoters don't care where they stage a fight?
Of course they care. It was in the West Coast, I'm assuming.
Where did they fight at?
You mean like the arena?
Where did they fight at? City, arena? Where they fight?
Was it LA?
No, they fought in San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
If Roach is the star, why they didn't fight in Roach's hometown?
How come Pitbull has never been a main event guy? You act like Pitbull's his main event guy. Is that what you trying to tell me?
That would mean the PBC trusted who to sell them tickets?
To sell the tickets?
Yeah,
both
who
of
they
them.
trust
Both
to
of
sell
them.
that fight?
Both of them. I'm gonna say both of them.
Both of them. Why didn't they meet in the middle? Why did they come so close to Mexico?
Why did they come so close to? It doesn't matter, bro. Pitbull has never been on a main event pay-per-view, and he was for Roach.
So close to Mexico.
Here's the truth. Here's what you're trying to avoid, bro. The reason that they both were on that stage was because they both
wanted to sell those motherfucking tickets. That is why PBC looked at Pitbull.
So you're telling me that Pitbull would have been a main event against anybody?
And they said, you know what? We're gonna put this fight in San Antonio with a huge Mexican population, and it's close to the border where we feel like we can sell these motherfucking tickets. Because if we do not feel if we put it in DC or we put it where Roach is from, we don't think he can carry this shit. We know Pitbull can though, and Pitbull put 13,000 people in the motherfucking state.
So you telling me they could have done that for any opponent against Pitbull? He's that guy now.
100%.
Roach was a clear B side. Is what you're telling me? A clear B side.
If they put, yes, he was 100%. He had to come up to Pitbull's weight class.
You're coping, bro. You're coping on this one.
In Pitbull's neck of the woods, he was 100% the B side in that fight.
You're coping on this one. We know Mexicans buy more tickets, bro. We know that. That's why Canelo is the biggest fucking name in boxing. We know this. So like you're really coping. It's like trying to shit on Crawford. You want to shit on Crawford because they fought on the West Coast in that stadium that was there for Canelo. I mean, come on now. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We know.
What do Crawford and Canelo have to do with what I'm talking about, bro?
What I'm telling you is that we know Mexicans buy more tickets. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Mexicans buy more tickets.
Mexicans don't buy more tickets than Tank Davis fans.
Tank David, and that's my point. Roach became a star after beating Tank Davis, bro. Roach became a star after beating Tank Davis.
What Mexican fighter could Earl Spence fight as the B side? What Mexican fighter can Tank Davis fight as the B side right now?
Earl could fight a few Mexican fighters and be the fucking B side. Who the fuck is? I mean, shit. If
Ortiz fighter around his weight class got more fans than him,
Ryan
Garcia got more fans than Earl Spence, bro.
I think so. Yeah.
What is Ryan Garcia?
That's still Tank's biggest fight. That's still Tank's biggest fight. By far, not even like slightly his biggest. It's by far his biggest fight.
Garcia done? What was his last numbers that he just did outside of Tank Davis? What numbers did he do in the middle of the street?
Well, we can't count that because they weren't even selling tickets for that shit, bro. They literally weren't even selling tickets for that, so we can't even go by that.
They were bundling pay-per-views. What them numbers hitting on?
You tell me.
Trash. They wouldn't even report them bitches.
So say you don't know then. Now,
so you think Ryan Garcia is the A side over Earl Spence? You truly believe that?
Right now, yeah. I mean, you talk about Earl in his prime, then of course probably not. But right now, like if
Spence will come back right now. Earl Spence will come back right
bro.
now.
Earl, people ain't looking at Earl the same
Stadium,
after that incident, bro.
If
After that
Earl
incident,
Spence
people ain't looking at him the
was playing
same.
Dallas Cowboys Stadium, they throwing 30 to 40,000 people in that bitch, bro.
How he? I don't know about that, bro. I mean, he did split with Terrence.
I'm here in Dallas, Texas, fam. I'm telling you what it is, bro.
Yeah,
now,
I mean that.
Now Tank Day, because you said Mexicans buy the most tickets. I'm just showing you how they don't. What Mexican can Tank Davis fight?
I mean, hold on. You're saying that they don't, but Canelo got paid how much for his last fight?
How much you paid? How much you get paid got nothing to do with tickets that you said.
Why you think they pay you, KO? They pay you because they know you sell the tickets, bro. What are you talking about?
That's
now
not
you're
true.
saying that statement was crazy. KO, that statement was out of control, bro.
Sell tickets and they pay you for your pay-per-view.
KO, that statement was wild. You said you are not paid based on how much you sell tickets. Nah, come on, bro. You gotta walk that one back.
Since Mexicans buy more tickets, what Mexican fighter is the A side to Tank Davis?
If it was pound for pound, Canelo would be the A side.
Out of all the hundreds of Mexican fighters, you went to an unrealistic hypothetical fight that could never.
You said Mexican.
Come back to planet Earth. Come back down here to planet Earth with me. And
there are no superstar Mexican fighters at that weight class, though, bro.
He would be the B side to a Mexican fighter.
There are no Mexican.
And we can move on.
There are no Mexican stars in that weight class. I mean, you know that.
Cool. So then Mexicans don't always buy the most tickets. It depends.
Yeah, but it just so happened to be that if you look at the highest paid boxers, 3 out of 5 of them, or 2 out of 5, like Oscar and Canelo being 2 of them, happen to be Mexican. And now we have a bum. Hold on. Now we have a bum like Pitbull, who's a main event pay-per-view. What?
Who are the other 3?
Besides Canelo and Oscar?
Who the other 3?
I said like 2 or 3 out of 5.
You said 2 out of 5. Who the other 3?
2 out of 5, meaning 2 out of 5, meaning only 2 of them are Mexican. Only 2 of them are Mexican.
Name some more. Let's see how many of them Black Americans. Name some more.
Well, obviously, we're talking about America, so they should mostly be America. Common fucking sense.
Let's see how many are Black Americans.
Who's been paying more than Canelo? 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 Because Floyd asking for his money. Floyd asking for money. So who got paid more than Canelo in boxing history?
Floyd getting spending all his money and being a fool with his money.
Oh, that's what it is, right? Yeah, you must be his accountant. That must be what it is. We can't believe that man got robbed like so many other boxers got robbed, right? We can't believe that.
You again, bro. Between those two, but you got Canelo and you got Oscar. Great, bro. They did great pay-per-views.
And neither of them are asking for their money back. But Tyson and Floyd are. But Tyson and Floyd are.
Did either of them sell more than Mike Tyson?
I mean, he was asking for money afterwards, bro. He's another one asking for money. These dudes ain't getting paid like you think, KO. They're not getting paid like you think.
They were stupid with their money.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not about to call anybody stupid, bro. I ain't about to call anybody stupid.
They'll tell you they was done with it. Mike Tyson will at least.
Floyd wouldn't. Yeah, Floyd is telling you he got robbed. They both told you they got robbed.
Motherfucking Instagram, bro. Stop playing with me. He done with his money, and that's okay.
But they both told you they got robbed, bro. They both telling you they got robbed.
It got nothing to do with your pay-per-view sales, bro. Who sold more than them? Nobody, bro.
Obviously, it shouldn't be though. It shouldn't be, bro. Like obviously, it shouldn't be. We're talking about USA. Like all five of the top sellers should be American. Obviously,
that's not true.
Why not? What do you mean it's not true?
Because boxing is a global sport. Other people have fan bases.
But the fights that work with the numbers, the metrics that me and you are going off are in American soil. So in American soil, your highest seller should be American.
America is the capital of boxing. What you mean?
Again, your highest. You're high, like if you talk about UK,
they supposed to keep fighting ballrooms forever in Mexico. This is where you come to make it, bro.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that done just fine in the UK, bro. There's a lot of guys.
The thing I will say, unless you're a heavyweight, maybe you need to go.
Oh, to the UK okay, yeah, because I was about to talk to you about these heavyweights. Like, when was the last time Usyk had a big fight in America? And he's getting paid crazy.
Our heavyweight fighters, they say down.
But you named Mike Tyson earlier.
No, I know, but right now, from 2000s on, for the most part, our last generation was like the 90s with Tyson, Holyfield, them guys or whatever. They was kind of the last of our.
Wilder made some noise.
Our heavyweights right now, they playing basketball and football, bro. They make more money playing that shit. It's just a fact, bro.
I hear you.
It's true. They playing defensive line and linebacker and center and shit.
Wilder had his moment though. I'm not gonna just discount like he wasn't a star in boxing. He was.
He was a star, but he wasn't the man at the time. AJ was a bigger name than him, bro.
Exactly. And that was in the UK, but was AJ big in America? No. AJ came to America. How he doing the Garden? Against Andy.
He was a bigger star. See, he was bigger in the UK than what Deontay was.
And that's my point. That you should the biggest fighters should come from your soil, from your country, obviously. And like that's common sense. So to say a guy like Oscar or Canelo, because Oscar is at least American born. I want to say he's American born. So but Canelo barely speaks the fucking language. And look how much he gets. Wait. Canelo barely speaks the language. And he's getting paid 3 times what Crawford is getting paid. And Crawford is one of ours.
That's because Mexico fuck with him. And a lot of people don't fuck with Crawford like that.
And where did they do the fight? Well, I mean, but why don't people? So let's dive into that. Let's dive into that. Let's dive into that. Why is that the case? Crawford is a tremendous talent. Why is Canelo getting paid 3 times what he's getting paid?
Because he's a bigger name
in his own country.
He sold more tickets.
Why is that in his own country? If it's not because Mexicans just buy more tickets.
Canelo's people travel with him and they buy his tickets.
So why are Crawford's people not traveling with him and he's in his own country, bro? He's in his own country.
You gotta ask some niggas from Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay, well, go back to my point with Pitbull and Roach. Back to my point with Pitbull and Roach.
Crawford also has more competition than Canelo. Crawford is trying to compete with selling tickets with Earl, selling tickets with Tank. Like he has
not on September 13. Not on September 13. Them dudes ain't fighting, bro. It's just Crawford. And guess what? Crawford is American. So
what happened on September 13th is a byproduct of Crawford's career not really being a star, bro. That's why Canelo has so much leverage over him, fam. Because Canelo,
I understand, and that goes back to my point about Pitbull and Roach.
Job of marketing himself. They did a good job. They built him up. He got the Floyd Mayweather fight that really launched his career. He just was a bigger name than Crawford, and he always has, and he's still a bigger name right now.
And I also want to say that the same promotion company that built Terrence Crawford is the same promotion company that built all the great American fighters of the past. Top Rank built all the great American fighters of the past, including Sugar Ray Leonard, fucking Floyd Mayweather, and all of the greats, Hagler. I mean, all of them come from Top Rank. So, what was that? My point is that going back to Pitbull and Roach, that was a pay-per-view main event fight because of both of them. I'm not saying it was just because of Roach, but Roach became a star in his own right after beating Tank. Because you want to go by feelings, and I told you walk back the feelings. Because Tio got one loss, but you say you feel like he lost more fights. I feel like he lost more fights. So you want to go by feelings.
Roach became a star in his own right after losing to Tank or after drawing with Tank. Pitbull became
he became a star because everyone felt he won the fight.
Some people feel that way, some people don't, bro.
All right, so but you definitely have a pulse in the boxing community.
What I'm saying, fam. So Roach became a star in his own right after Tank. Pitbull Cruz became a star in his own right after Tank. But the business, not you, not me, not Snowflake, not KO, PBC, the people that put the money up for the fight, looked at both of their profiles and said, we feel like we can do better if we put it on in Pitbull's neck of the woods, bro. And they put it on in his neck of the woods because they trusted him to be the one to carry the sales of that fight, bro. So this is not me arguing with you. This is not you arguing with me. That is what
I agree with you.
Chose to do. So when I say Pitbull is the A side, when I say Lamont Roach was the smaller name and had to come to Pitbull's weight class, this is what I'm talking about. If Lamont Roach was the bigger name, that fight would be on the East Coast somewhere, and they'd have made Pitbull try to make 130 or at least made them meet in the middle. So that Lamont Roach would have more of a favorable terms to make the fight happen. But they put it all on Pitbull terms because they believed he was the bigger name, bro. That's what I told you from jump, and you were arguing, but now it sounds like you actually fucking agree with me.
I'm looking at the purse. They're saying that Roach got paid more. You want to double check on that? I'm saying if Roach got paid more, then everything you said is irrelevant.
Coming from, bro?
What was that?
Where's your information coming from?
Don't worry where my information is from. I'm saying just double check it. I'm not saying that you're. I'm just saying if
coming from, bro.
I'm not sure where it's coming from, bro.
Those purses have not been publicly released by any verifiable source,
bro. Well, I'm seeing here that.
Where are you seeing it?
Well, if we don't know the purse split, then we really can't say who the A side is, can we?
Yes.
I mean, if I can't prove to you what the purse split is and you can't prove it to me, then.
So your purse is important, but what's also important is what weight class y'all fight at. What's also important is what weight class y'all fight at. Who weight class did they fight at? What's also important
we don't know if Roach said he.
What's also important is where did y'all fight at? Where they end up fighting at. So we have a lot of things that point to Pitbull being the A side, because outside of the purse, which neither one of us can verify, everything else in that fight was in Pitbull's
So you're saying
favor.
that whoever goes up in weight is the B side?
A lot of times, yes.
Or a lot of times, right? Keyword a lot, right? Because when we think about
who's going up. If Canelo is going up, or if Tank is going up, then no.
Right. Because I remember
Shakur,
Tank going up to fight Barrios, and he was in on B side.
Favorite guy, Shakur, for instance, going up to Team Alifu was the B side.
Yeah, but Tank wasn't for Barrios. Devin wasn't for Norman. Canelo wasn't for Kovalev.
Yeah.
Right? So we could play that game. What?
It depends on who it is. And Drummond Roach.
Exactly. So if we don't know the purse split, we don't know who the A or the B side is. KO. Like, let's drop that. Let's drop that. And my thing is that because neither of them.
When Gervonta Davis moved up, Mario Barrios was on the clause. When he moved up, Mario Barrios walked out first, even though he was the champion.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? When Canelo moved up, he walked out last, even though the other guy was the champion. When Canelo moved up, the other guy had to fight him on his terms. When Drummond Roach moved up, he had to fight in Pitbull's weight class. He fought in Pitbull's terms. He fought in Pitbull's backyard. You see the difference?
I hear the difference. But if we don't know the purse, let's just let it go, bro. If you don't know the purse,
I'm not letting it go.
You don't know the purse. If Roach got paid more on that night, then everything you're saying is irrelevant.
Show me where he got paid more.
I can't prove. You can't show me where Cruz got paid more.
I'm going off what I can show you. You don't have anything that you can show me. So who wins?
Trying to see, man. Who? Pitbull, you can say Pitbull was the A side. I'm saying Pitbull is not a pay-per-view attraction by himself, so we know Roach was a star. Now you're trying to shit on Roach, say he's not a star? He became a star after beating Tank.
Y'all gotta stop doing this, bro. Telling the truth is not shitting on somebody, bro.
And you want to hear something crazy? That both of them being on pay-per-view is really because of their performances against Tank. Tank made both of them, if you want to be honest. You know why?
I know.
Okay, and you know why? Hold on, because Frank Martin's not going to headline no.
Because I only got a little bit of time left. Let's explore that for a second. So if they were both on pay-per-view, because Tank made both of them,
yes,
and Pitbull is calling out Tank Davis, but Shakur wants to fight Pitbull.
He said he wants to fight Roach too.
Tank Davis also made Ryan, who Shakur Stevenson is calling out, Ryan Garcia.
He did not make Ryan. Ryan was already a star.
So I guess what I'm asking is, are you sure that the sport of boxing has moved on from Tank Davis?
It clearly has, bro. It clearly has. I mean, at this point, Tank Davis is only fun to talk about like this, but in terms of making fights, there's great fights happening, and no one misses Tank like that, bro.
He's making fighters, and the first person on Shakur Stevenson's hit list when he tried to talk to Najee on Cigar Talk, that person wants to fight Tank.
Let's go back to what I said earlier about the whole C-level fighter thing. This is where that comes from, because he didn't make Frank Martin into a superstar because he knocked his bum ass out, But Pitbull gave Tank a hell of a fight where some people, I'm not one of them, felt that Pitbull may have edged it to a point that people wanted to see a rematch. I ain't care for that. But Roach beat Tank. I believe he beat Tank. And so it's the fact that he competed. These are all fighters of the same level. Roach, Pitbull, Tank Davis, same level fighters. This is why they've had close fights. Shakur will watch all three the same night. But those three, they all have good fights. So they'll become pay-per-view stars.
Is Lennox Lewis a C-level
You're
fighter?
not about to take me to the 90s, bro. Come on, we're not doing that. You're not about to take me to the 90s when I hit you with some facts about right now. You're going to take me to the 90s?
C-level fighter.
No, he's not.
He got knocked out by Hassan Rahman.
And then what happened after that?
He came back and he knocked them out.
Okay, what did Tank do after that? What did Tank do to them after that? Tell me. What did he do after that?
He hasn't fought Drummond.
Okay, then. So bad example, KO. You drunk yourself on that one. You drunk yourself on that one. You drunk yourself on that one.
What about Andre Ward? Is Andre Ward a C-level fighter?
Andre Ward got no losses. He got no losses, bro.
Andre Ward ain't never lost?
No. Andre Ward was an A-level fighter, B+.
Did he have a questionable performance against Sergey Kovalev in the first fight?
Sergey Kovalev they were both A-level, bro. Those were two world champions, bro. Those were two world-class fighters. How dare you compare Kovalev to Pitbull Roach? How dare you, bro?
Is Shane Mosley a C-level fighter?
Hell no. It depends what version of Shane Mosley, the one that Canelo fought, yeah.
But he never could. He had a bad matchup with Vernon Forrest, though, right?
He beat Oscar.
Already. What about that boy? What's that boy name? What about
And he went toe to toe with Floyd.
What about Team Alifu? Is Talafimu a C-level fighter?
He's a B-level fighter. He's a B-level fighter. He ain't an A-level. There's only Shakur's A-level. Everyone else is B and C.
He's a B-level fighter. What level would you put Kambosos at?
Kambosos probably C. He's C. He's C with the rest of those boys down there.
You rate Team Alifu above Kambosos, but Kambosos beat Team Alifu.
Yes, I'll attribute that to a bad night. The reason I got Tank at C is because he had 2 fights like that. It wasn't just the one. It was 2. It was 2.
Team Alifu had one bad night, and he actually lost, but he's a B-level fighter. Tank Davis had one bad night, and he fought to a draw, but he's a C-level fighter.
Okay, so that's a good point. So here's what I'll tell you.
And on top of that, Tank Davis's bad night was against a better fighter than Kambosos.
Here's what I'll tell you. Teofimo beat an A-level fighter in Lomachenko. Tank has never beat an A-level fighter like Lomachenko.
You talking about the Vasily Lomachenko that lost to Orlando Salido or somebody else? Who you talking about? Somebody else?
No. The Lomachenko you're talking about was 2 fights in. I'm talking about the pound for pound. I'm talking about the pound for pound guy. I'm talking about the pound for pound guy.
Gold medalist that lost to a Mexican fighter that already had 8 losses when he fought him. That guy?
No. I'm not talking about that guy because you're talking about now time. Oh wait. Time don't matter. Hold on. Time don't matter now for KO. Hold on. Time don't matter.
What do you mean?
Because you talk about 5 years before Teofimo fought him.
Time always matters.
Also, if it always matters, I'm talking about.
The point is, there's already a blueprint for Lomachenko.
Oh, there's a blueprint, but there was a blueprint for Lamar Roach. There was a blueprint for Lamar Roach. There was a blueprint for Lamar Roach. Jamal Harris showed us the blueprint.
What they had to do is watch the Sandor Martin fight, watch the Jermaine Ortiz fight. Oh, I got his ass. Come on, bro, stop.
He beat those guys, bro. It is what it is. He beat them.
Man,
that wasn't a draw.
That was some bullshit.
That wasn't a draw. Was it a draw?
When you in the goddamn corner, do I still got it? When you doing that shit, come on, bro. Come on, fam. Come on.
Like I said, I got him at a B-level fighter. I still think he beats Pitbull and Roach. Teofimo beats Pitbull and Roach.
I gotta go, bro. Because I gotta get
good talking to you.
Appreciate you. Hey, shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. It's about that time for me to get ready for this holiday weekend. If you got a woman, y'all go love on her. Let me make sure I ain't got no super chat. I missed a lot of super chat. Salute to y'all, bro. Hold up. God damn. Shout out to Context and Perspective with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said 130 Shakur's resume better, 135 Tank resume better, 140 Shakur's resume better. 130. I don't know, bro. I think overall Tank Davis fought better fighters, but I stand on Team Alifu being the best win for both of them, bro. We got B Pitch with the 5-piece in the super chat says Shakur not having Eddie negotiate the Tank fight because Tank does not like Eddie at all, so Shakur definitely ducked. Shout out to Juke with the 5-piece, no biscuit in the super chat. Frank was ranked over Zepeda in the WBA and WBC. It's why Frank had an opportunity for Shakur and Tank. Zepeda went up in the rankings because Frank lost to Tank. Them is the cold, hard facts. Brashton McClendon, 5-piece, no biscuit in the super chat. I can't believe Devin on Twitter begging Xander for a fight at 154 for his belt. I don't know who is more shameless between him and Kurt. I mean, I don't mind. If you're going to move to 154, stay there. Stay there. Stay there. I don't think he's moving to no 154, though, bro. Shout out to 10 with the 5-piece in the super chat. Next Ninja claim, Roach beat Tank. Make them tell you the rounds that Roach won. Yeah, that'll be a whole deal, bro. Shout out to Birdman Brother, 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Was Rolly and Pitbull on pay-per-view? They was on somebody undercard, I believe. Memory serves me correctly. Shout out to Brashley back in the super chat with the 5-piece. Devin is ass. Damn. Now they calling the fight early if he beats Tim Tszyu at 154 if he can't fight Xander. So if Devin going to 154, why didn't he fight Boots? He winnable, bro. Winnable fights. They're looking for winnable fights. And the thing is, if Earl is anything close to 80% of himself, Devin getting put in a box, bro. Fucking around with Earl, bro. Brashley with the 2-piece in the super chat says, I went to the fight. Pitbull was the A side. Oh, yeah, I already know. Shout out to Trey Skills with the 2-piece in the super chat. These Shakurians getting out of control. 100%. Shout out to Victor with the 5-piece in the super chat. Says Tank is no B-level fighter. Salute to all y'all. I appreciate y'all. We are gone. Y'all have a great weekend. We will see y'all on the next one. We out of here, y'all.